your metal blade. Give me your metal blade. Give me your metal blade. I'll show you.
Heard you boys needed some help.
Mommy? Yeah, die.
Did you know this warrior? No. But I know his story. I know all their stories. Die!
No!
When one chooses to walk the way of the Mandalore, you are both hunter and prey. How can one be a coward if one chooses this way of life?
You are free to use any methods necessary, but I want them alive. No disintegrations.
As you wish.
Oh my God!
Stop, yes?
Back off, you don't know the components.
Components, American components, Russian components, all made in Taiwan.
Outlaw man, rolling these streets with a guitar in my hand. There's one thing that drives me wild. A love so tall it make any man smile. Die!
Die!
You know who you're messing with, boyo. You have any idea who our boss is?
Nope, but 100 people surveyed, number one answer's on the board. Name the douchebag who's in charge.
Vincent Van Gogh yourself.
Vincent Van Gogh myself.
Do you have any idea how fast I am? How fast this fucking car?
If you ever enter her again, I will kill you where you stand. In my culture, I would be well within my rights to dismember you.
You're the last one, Heat Man. Prepare yourself.
I'm just gonna sit here and die.
Unlock the gate and push it free. I stole an F-16. The bird comes alive with a roar of glee. I stole an F-16.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
I'm your huckleberry. Why, Johnny Ringo. You look like somebody just walked over your grave.
Fight's not with you, Holiday.
I beg to differ, sir.
I said, put the bunny back in the box.
Oh, what's wrong, Prince? Did I touch a nerve?
You pressed the Goku button.
Excuse me, the what?
You shouldn't have did that.
That'll do it.
All right.
I love it. Dragon Ball Z Abridged lives.
Mm-hmm. All right,
Gay
everybody.
ass
Welcome
fucking
back to the
shit.
Fappening. Welcome back to the Fappening Facility.
I love
This
it.
is episode, 16 and a half, because we did a show yesterday. So
I created a fucking problem yesterday. But anyway.
I'm late. Wait, one question.
it
Why
was
is
all right.
Why is Patriot from Warsaw in the introduction?
Because he used to really show
He
up a
used
lot
to
here.
show up.
Mhm.
I haven't seen him around for a while on anybody's.
Oh, I have.
In a while.
He shows up on Outlaw shit pretty regular.
Not anymore.
He's always welcome.
Not anymore. He quit coming around.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen him quite a bit.
Yeah, he quit coming around months ago, actually.
Maybe he got married.
Reach out.
He got married. He
Hopefully
got
it's
stupid.
that's possible. He could have. Yeah.
Hey, it's possible. Rhino did it, didn't he? So.
Oh, God.
Whoa, I mean,
we don't need to bring up that name.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm just pointing out facts, man.
All right.
For the sake of argument,
let's see. Rumble, you guys aren't chatting yet. There's only a few of you over there. And on the YouTube side, we got 6 of you watching as well. We got, he's on the panel now. But yeah, we got Jimmy Bones. We got Riggs. Batty Commander. The Plantation Mac. And our man.
What the hell is a plantation Mac? Is that a Scot on a plantation, or is that somebody that made a plantation out of macaroni and cheese? What the fuck? I don't get it.
That's the plantation where Big Macs are made.
Ah, okay.
Pretty
All right.
much.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Pretty much.
All right.
By the way, we are
Watching
safe
cold
where I'm at.
day. Oh yeah, how are you guys doing down there in the south? I heard it's supposed to be cold.
Nothing happened. All we got was light sprinkling rain.
Oh
where I'm
God,
at.
really? They made all that fucking hoo-ha about everything, and
hold up now. Hold up.
No, it's
where I'm
kinda-
at. Where I'm
it's
at. Not
spotty.
everywhere else.
Yeah. It's
Where
spotty.
I'm at only, but yeah, not where everybody else. But for me, yes, we're good. But
Cliff pussied out because it's going to be cold in San Antonio, which means it's going to be 60 degrees, maybe 50.
As long as it doesn't get to the freezing point again and it bursts all the pipes.
Right.
You know, when it comes to down here, nothing's really over yet, so we can't really say that we're out of it or the worst is behind us. We don't know anything yet, but
Looks
so
like
far,
Arkansas is.
so
Go
far
ahead.
it hasn't been that bad.
Yeah.
Our man, what the hell are you doing parking your truck in a mud hole? What the fuck's wrong with you?
Probably the driveway, man. It's Arkansas.
That's true.
No,
That's
okay,
true.
yeah, that's fair.
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
God, that pisses off people from Arkansas. I love it.
So it's still 46 degrees where I'm at. All it did was just lightly rain. So we are in the clear for now.
Oh shit, that's Alaska's shorts and t-shirt weather.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't have to wear socks with your sandals in Alaska when it's 46.
Oh dear.
You
God.
shouldn't wear sandals out here though.
No.
Over here in Nebraska, in my area, we had the Arctic chill hit.
Mm-hmm.
We got the snow yesterday and a little bit today, and it's been what was it? It was because we had the light winds and whatnot, but it was still in the single digits. So you bring in a 10-12 mile an hour wind with
it makes it damn cold
with 15-18 mile an hour gusts. It drops below zero.
Yep.
But the funny thing is, today and yesterday were the coldest days. It was I can't remember how warm it was today, but currently it is 6 degrees. And then come Monday, Tuesday, it's going to be back up in the 40s and 50s.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Mother Nature is definitely on the rag.
Well, it's wintertime in the northern hemisphere.
Yep. My climate change and whatnot. No, it's
well. If you guys have caught any of the just little news blurbs from the Australian Open, those poor bastards are under 40C.
That's hot.
That is hot as fuck.
40 degrees Celsius? That's
yes.
It's like 90
like
to
110.
Yeah,
Oh, wow. Hold on. Let's ask Google.
That's 110
well,
plus.
Fuck that. Just pull up your calculator on your goddamn
Google.
I can't do that fucking shit on calculator.
104.
Yeah,
that's pretty hot.
Yeah, so yeah, 40 C, 104 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, what is it? The formula is 40 C times 9 fifths plus 32.
And
it's
the reverse
32, and then and divide it by your mother's sister and some of the bullshit.
Well, I know weight is far easier to go between pounds and kilograms because it's just pounds times 2.2, I believe. Yeah, equals your kilograms.
Yeah. Also, remind me again which metrics of length and width and temperature have put a man on the moon allegedly.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm going to follow up on that, Jimmy. Which one lawn darted a fucking probe at Mars? When they mixed the two.
Oh yeah, because the first Mars mission crashed and burned.
No, it wasn't the first one.
Mission,
this one was a newer one. It was about 15 years ago, I think.
Yeah, the first Pathfinder.
I don't think it was Pathfinder, but it might have been. I might be wrong on that. I'd have to look it up. But yeah, they mixed metric and imperial.
And they they overshot their incoming trajectory and burned up in the atmosphere.
They didn't hit the atmosphere at the right angle, so they could air brake, if you will.
Yep.
There ain't no air there, but it's carbon dioxide.
Very little.
Yeah, the atmosphere is tenuous at best.
Mm-hmm. What we got here, our man? Well, there is not enough room in my driveway, so I park my truck on the side. I'm gonna go break it out the ice with an axe. Be careful.
Yes.
Ice
don't
axes
do that.
don't mix well.
Wear you some goggles.
Yeah, because ice shards in the eye. That's
not
gonna
fun.
hurt. That hurts just as bad as getting glass in the eye.
That's not gonna feel good.
And it's even worse because now it's been in the ground or in water, and it's carrying pathogens.
You can get tetanus and all kinds of fucking things.
And God forbid whatever chemicals they're using to spray the atmosphere.
Well, besides that, even how many times has your truck leaked in the driveway? All that fucking petroleum. Just saying.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Coolant, dioxins, all kinds of fun shit.
Oh yeah.
So if you guys saw the title and the thumbnail, we're gonna be doing kind of a topic focused stream tonight, and we were just speaking of ice. We're gonna add Mr.
All right, here's the deal.
Jake the lawyer. I've already watched this. It's long. It's about 50 minutes. So we'll do our regular thing. We'll watch it for a few minutes, bring it down, commentate, bring it back up. That should take up probably a whole stream's worth.
Yep.
Sure.
But it's very informational to the point where he's describing the legalese in layman terms.
I'm going to open up this whole discussion right now with why the fuck has he got a Cupid doll haircut?
He's always had that haircut.
It's fucking, that is gay as fuck.
He's a lawyer.
Yay!
Yep, most of them are. If they ain't buggering their buddy, they're buggering your sister. Anyway.
Yep, let's get it going.
ICE and illegal immigration is so complex and confusing to everybody because our immigration laws are an insane patchwork.
He does go into why it is a clusterfuck.
It is not insane at all. The law is clear within the Constitution. That's a fucking bullshit statement. Sorry.
It's not the Constitution part that he goes into. It's
I know, it's all the crap they put on
afterwards.
Top of it. Mm-hmm.
Of rules going back to 1952, and because there's a shocking amount of people out there who don't understand how law enforcement works.
No.
Combine these two things together and, well, you get what we've been seeing recently. I'm Jake the lawyer, and welcome back to Internet Esquire. All right, let's be honest. If you're like most people, you get the majority of your information from your phone and from social media. That's not me bashing on it. It's not like mainstream media is any better. In fact, I think it's objectively worse.
Finally, somebody said it.
Yeah.
Other than us.
Mainstream media being bad, who knew?
Lamestream media.
Right? You mean the division of propagandas?
How many times has Big Angry Phil told us to turn off the news?
Well,
I've
he
been
hasn't
telling my
said it
parents
lately
that for
because
10 years now.
What is it? He doesn't do that anymore. He calls it, let's put him in the corner.
Turn off the fucking news.
Hey, Kelly, nice to see you.
Speaking of.
Do a little bit education here tonight.
Speaking of.
Yeah.
It's just that what we're dealing with here is a huge topic. In fact, it's several huge topics all stacked together and wrapped around each other and then some. We're dealing with federal law enforcement of our entire immigration system. That's not something you're exactly going to get a comprehensive review on from Twitter. So today, let's take a look through how this whole thing comes together, where it comes from, how we got here, and some of the most common questions and debates we're seeing online right now. Buckle up, because if you want to understand La Migra and how the immigration law system works, you must be crazy. Here we go. Following the events of September 11th, 2001, the 107th U.S. Congress passed the Homeland Security Act of 2002, and it was signed into law by President Bush in November of the same year. Primarily, the Homeland Security Act created the Department of Homeland Security, otherwise known as DHS. And to give you a sense of scale in terms of how big the creation of the DHS was, it was one of the largest reorganizations of federal government.
Let's go back to that real quick. I just want to see that graphic. No.
You're going the wrong direction there, Sean.
Ah, damn it. Oh.
In 1947 after World War II. And that is also why propertyless millennials keep sharing the meme that the country you grew up in no longer exists.
Not wrong. Not wrong at all.
Hey, I got a side note that I want to find out.
Yep.
So, Callie, are you one of those blonde beach bunny crazy chicks? Or are you one of those blonde beach bunny surfer chicks that would kill you in a fight?
Callie is a based, beautiful black woman, Tommy.
Oh, that's even better.
She
would kill you in a fight, and she could probably surf.
Probably. I'm just saying.
I never asked her about the surf part.
Callie, all you got to do is dye your hair. You'll be blonde.
No. Callie is a beautiful, based black woman, and I love her to death.
Oh, I do too. Oh. I'm not getting wrong. I'm just trying to figure out a little bit more about Callie because I don't know her very well.
Oh, so she can surf.
Whoa, dude! Whoa.
Remember? Okay. Here's the best way.
Oh, she playing with us.
No. Here's the best way to describe it. Remember when Vegeta said you shouldn't have pressed the Goku button?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't press the Phil button. That's Callie in a nutshell. Don't press the Phil button.
I've always enjoyed Callie's input, and I want to keep her around for sure.
Hell
you
yeah.
stick with us, chick. You stick with us.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard of Andrew Bronca. What is it? The
one
only other lawyers I'm familiar with on YouTube is Legal Eagle.
He's pretty decent.
And who's the other guy? The Trump hating lawyer. He's big now.
You're gonna have to be more specific.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
No, the one that I like.
She can.
She can't walk. Well, quit drinking, damn it.
She's probably getting ready to go to work right now, so she probably
That's
isn't
true.
drinking right now.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
No.
The other one that's really good, if you guys want to watch just oddball shit, is the guy that does. He's a lemon law lawyer.
Steve?
Yeah, Steve Lato.
Yeah,
that guy's awesome.
Oh,
that's who I was going to talk about. He's a lawyer from Michigan.
No,
yeah.
I went to clarify. Legal Eagle is the guy who's really. I had to stop watching him because he was starting to let his politics influence his content.
So in other words, he's retarded.
It's who is the other guy? The guy that's out in Korea. Legal Mindset. That's who it is. He's pretty based. All right. No work tonight, Bones. Oh, so she could hang out.
Shit. Oh shit, she's got a week off as well. Callie, if we have to, we'll pin the link to join in there, Sean.
I could send one out. I'm not gonna pin it in the comment or in the chat.
Yeah.
Not that
quickly. There's good reason for that.
Yeah.
Oh, I know how things go. Trust me.
Yep. Let's get back to it. I'll send Callie a link via Discord.
Anyway, as part of this reorganization, all authority over U.S. immigration law was transferred to DHS. U.S. immigration law itself originates from the Immigration and Naturalization Act, otherwise known as the INA. First passed in 1952, this act was then codified into Title VIII U.S. Code, which is the code that we generally refer to when we say immigration law today. Did you know that's what we call our entire body of federal law today? The United States Code. That's right. It's over 50 different titles covering everything from food stamps to crimes to immigration. And in total, it's over 60,000 pages. And Title VIII alone, which covers the immigration law, is over 500 pages. And just for reference, this is a 500-page book. Also, it's a pretty good one. You should read it. But that's how many pages.
Well, yeah, of course, that's Plato. But I'm sorry. In my opinion, any kind of law needs to be over 500 pages, let alone 60,000 pages.
Yeah, and I'm going to elaborate. There's a reason why there's so many pages. It's because people are fucking stupid, and they have to be told every little step to take in order to not fuck up.
You step outside your door, you've already broken 10 laws.
Callie wants the link.
I did send it via Discord, but hopefully she got it. You might have to send it, Outlaw, because my chat thing in Discord, it said it was failing to load. So
yeah, but I've always had this this one thought of mine just popped in my mind a few years back. Muslims and Jewish people are not allowed to be in Congress because the majority of bills Congress passes are filled with pork. The same reason why Muslims and Jewish people cannot become cops, because cops are quote unquote pigs in America.
Now you're just being anti-Semitic and fuck off. Anyway.
Yeah, so what? Sue me. Oh wait, they probably can.
Well, they probably already did, and you don't know it yet.
Yeah, well,
I'd say Dearborn's gonna have a problem with your statement.
Oh well, Dearborn is a fucking communist.
Oh well, I'm sorry. I don't live in Dearborn. I live in the United States of America, not little Mogadishu.
No, that's Dearborn is taken over by the Muslims.
Muslim Brotherhood, yeah.
They're trying to turn it into a caliphate in America.
Yeah.
Well, and honestly, have you guys ever been near Detroit or seen Dearborn?
Nope.
It might as well be a third world country.
Well, Detroit itself devolved into a third world country by itself.
Detroit became a third world country back in the 60s and 70s when they completely fucking shipped off all of the manufacturing that what Detroit was famous for. It literally still is the Paris of the Midwest because it's full of,
stinky smokers.
It's filled with the exact same people that Paris are filled with.
That are fucking
I'm not talking about Parisians or white people. Yes, I am in that kind of mood tonight, gentlemen. So let's get it on.
Let's just keep
Judge
it
Mills
civil,
Lane.
gentlemen.
Of course, we're going to keep it civil, but I'm literally Judge Mills Lane from Celebrity Deathmatch. Let's get it on.
Oh shit!
And on we shall.
There are just on immigration.
Yeah, actually, I sent this over to Battle Dwarfs. Like, hey, I think you'll like this. And in the first 3 minutes, he brings up your favorite book.
Shouldn't be complicated. Funny side note, as if I wasn't on enough of a tangent already, did you know that everything in the US Code must draw its actual legal authority back to an enumerated power in the US Constitution?
Let me tell you something. You're suspect.
Yeah, we'll fight about that later. Anyway, that's immigration law, Title 8 of the U.S. Code, resulting from the Immigration and Naturalization Act of 1952 and added on to ever since. And the authority over how all of this works belongs to the Department of Homeland Security. But the government being the government, they didn't just leave this all under one roof. No, they created 3 separate agencies to deal with different aspects of the immigration code. The U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service, otherwise known as the USCIS, the U.S. Customs and Border Protection, otherwise known as Border Patrol, or CBP, and U.S. Immigrations and Customs Enforcement, otherwise known as ICE. Well, all 3 of these agencies have some form of law enforcement capability. The primary mission of ICE is to serve as a law enforcement agency, with a mission statement to protect America from the cross-border crime and illegal immigration that threaten national security and public safety through criminal investigation and enforcement of immigration law. Specifically, this breaks down into 2 realms that ICE has. First is enforcement.
Yeah, so all those people who say ICE is not a real thing, not a real law enforcement
bullshit
thing, is you're wrong.
ICE
Callie,
is effectively. Go ahead, there, Outlaw.
I was just gonna say, Callie, I sent you the StreamYard link over on the Discord.
So ICE is effectively the state troopers of the federal government.
Yeah, except their jurisdiction covers
is federal,
all the United States. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he actually goes into a couple of things like how federal law enforcement, what they can do, and when they're operating inside somebody else's jurisdiction or locality.
It works
He
differently.
gives a lot of he gives clarification. But we'll just keep on going.
Enforcement and removal operations, otherwise known as ERO, and second is Homeland Security Investigations, otherwise known as HSI. Enforcement and removal operations are responsible to enforce the law and remove people who are here illegally, as the name implies. They're supposed to identify, arrest, detain, and remove people who are here in violation of U.S. immigration law. It is that division of ICE from what you're seeing most of the viral videos online today. Homeland Security Investigations are responsible to investigate crimes that cross the U.S. border, which use the immigration system as a tool. ICE differs from Border Patrol because the primary focus of ICE is on the interior of the country, while the primary focus of Border Patrol is on the actual perimeter of the border and the boundary of the nation itself.
Hence the names.
Yep. I know I've seen people argue that we can abolish ICE and send all the responsibilities to Border Patrol because it makes sense to them. No, Border Patrol can't take on all that responsibility.
No,
they're having a hard time enough.
Exactly. You would have to quadruple their size.
During the Biden administration, the Border Patrol was sued by the Biden administration, which removed all of the physical barriers. There was that lawsuit of Texas putting those saw blade buoys in the Rio Grande. They were sued to remove those. That got reversed. And
remember,
then you had,
Jimmy,
and then you had
that was a state action, though, and they were suing the state, not Border Patrol.
Yeah, because I don't think the states have legal authority to enforce the border at the border.
Border states do.
They do if they declare an invasion, and that's what Texas did, and that's why they did.
Yeah, they declared an invasion happening, so therefore it granted them
and it was an invasion, guys.
Oh no,
yeah,
I don't doubt that.
The Biden administration sent over a national guard.
Hold on.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Callie.
Hey, Callie.
But the Biden administration sent in National Guard troops with heavy machinery to lift up the razor wire in Texas so that illegals could come on in.
Fuck them.
He's going to go into kind of like the classification because those are the non-inspected.
Right.
And there's the inspected, which you go through a legitimate protocol. You talk to an actual immigration officer, and they go through the flow chart of do you belong here? Can we accept you? Why are you here? But it's the uninspected who are the ones that we classify as the illegal aliens.
So I have a question for everyone on the panel as well as everybody in the chat. Name the person that was awarded a medal by Obama for his actions to protect our borders, but yet that person is now called a Nazi.
Tom Holman.
Tom Holland, yeah.
Exact same person doing the exact same job, and we have the entire completely flipped script because Bolsheviks are in charge of the government.
You know, the funny thing is, Tom Holman reminds me of my dad's mom. Or my mom's dad, I should say.
Oh, man, I was going to say, that's one ugly chick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Man.
No, he was a little short, bald fucker with the fucking grumpy bulldog face. Yeah. Loved him. Died in 79 Christmas Eve. That's why I hate Christmas. Anyway.
Yeah. And it was funny to hear AOC try to defend those illegally coming over our country because seeking asylum is not illegal. And as a matter of fact, it is, because he laid down the law. If you're going to seek asylum, you go to a legal port of entry and you say, hey, I am escaping my country. And then they do the processes. But
he's going to cover that too.
Oh, goody. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah,
As I the comments saying already. Well, if that's the case, then why is Border Patrol helping ICE with interior enforcement? So let's go on a little bit of a side road and just start answering some of these questions, and then we'll keep going. There's a common misconception out there that Border Patrol is restricted from operating more than a 100-mile distance from the actual physical border of the United States. This is a misconception that stems from Title 8 U.S. Code Section 1357, which authorizes Border Patrol additional warrantless search capabilities within a reasonable distance from any external boundary of the United States. Specifically, it's this reasonable distance rule that has generally been interpreted as a 100-mile distance from the border or boundary. It does not mean that Border Patrol is prohibiting from operating within the interior of the country. And given that both Border Patrol and ICE operate under the roof of DHS, the sole governing body of immigration law in this country, Border Patrol is sometimes utilized alongside ICE when there is a needed surge in man.
Hold on. Our man, if you got disconnected, it wasn't on our end. So that might be your internet or your device that you're viewing from, because we didn't do anything for it. Jimmy, God damn it.
It wasn't me, man. I don't have access. I don't have access.
He doesn't have the access to do it.
It wasn't me, man. Don't blame me.
Because I'm the only one who has access to the YouTube and the Rumble side, so
well,
I can do it. These guys can't.
Don't blame me, man. I'm just a skeleton enjoying my drink with my dick bone hanging out, man.
Moderators on my channels. So yeah, I don't know why, man. Hopefully that does not persist.
Yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen again.
No, Jimmy, you're the redheaded stepchild tonight, so just shut up.
Okay. Okay, fine. Bastards.
Yeah.
Oh, she would have made a great adult actress.
This is what Tommy is saying.
So you get on with that Udara's wins then. Very good. Shut your fucking mouth! No problem, John. Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
Never gets old.
And I wouldn't call you a cunt, Jimmy.
Oh, you know what,
Armand?
I can't find any flaw in your logic there.
Yeah, that's why I said, she would have made a great adult star. 8th Street Latinas.
With those Tig-O bitties, she would have at least made something.
I think those
everybody
fuckers are
talks
fake
over
too.
her rooftop dance video.
Yep.
Oh, I don't have that. That was provided by Batty.
That's a Batty thing.
All right, let's continue.
Face that turkey.
Power in a given area. And for the record, this is not something that is unique to immigration enforcement. It's almost the exact same thing that local police departments do when they reach out to the county sheriff or the police department from the town next door to increase manpower when there is a big event such as a parade or some kind of political rally. Just because a sheriff's deputy typically works in the county doesn't mean that they don't have arrest authority when they're helping with that operation. And the same exact thing is happening here with Border Patrol.
If you saw the news, but Fox News is claiming President Trump is declining in the polls. And President Trump...
All right, as long as we're down this road, I can...
Polls are retarded. They don't even... And they are manipulated. It's... What is it? The poll said that Hillary was going to win by a fucking landslide. Oops.
The polls also said her pussy stinks, and it's probably true.
Not wrong.
Okay, but Border Patrol and ICE are executing warrantless searches and seizures inside the interior of the country, and that's definitely illegal, right? So again, we have another misconception. As you probably know, the warrant requirement comes from the Fourth Amendment in the US Constitution. Well, in general, the Fourth Amendment requires a warrant to be signed by a judge before a search can be conducted. There are several well-founded case law exceptions to this, and this predates ICE or Border Patrol. One of the most common exceptions is that police, ICE, sheriffs, any form of law enforcement does not need a warrant to simply ask a question to a person standing on the street. Roughly within immigration code, this is translated to 8 U.S. Code 1357A1. Any officer of the service shall have the power without warrant to interrogate any alien or person believed to be an alien as to his right to be or to remain in the United States. Now,
that's key. That's key.
Yeah, okay, so that's a double-edged sword on that one, but go ahead.
It is. It is a double-edged sword.
It is, but it is the law. And he's going to go into like some examples of because once you get to a domicile, that's usually where ICE's kind of limits are. However,
yes and no.
If they have a suspected illegal alien that they are tracking and pursuing, and it goes into a domicile, they don't need a warrant to go after them because they're going after a subject in pursuit.
Well, now you need to be clear on that. What you're saying is, or what you should clearly say is that if they are tracking a person that is running from them. So like if they physically saw him go into the domicile, yes, they can.
How close do we want to talk about what just happened?
We don't.
Yeah, I heard there was like an event that happened. I'm not
on
filled
Minneapolis.
in on it.
Yeah, well, we can get to that another time.
Yeah, let's not touch
or we
on
can
that
do that
until
later.
all the shit settles.
Yeah.
It's too murky right now.
Well, everybody's taking advantage of it.
Of course. And that's why I say it's
Never
too murky right now. Let's just leave that alone.
If you want to see the actual video, you can go on Dear Sarge's stream that just happened earlier. And very close to the beginning, they show you an angle where it leaves no doubt that the dude did what he did. So you can look at it for yourself.
Riggs, give me just a second. I'll see if I can get that clip put together, and we'll make a makeshift one.
Well, fuck
the term
Riggs.
interrogation
Riggs
here
is
doesn't
dick.
mean the normal custodial style interrogation that we usually think of when an officer says they're gonna take somebody downtown for questioning. It means exactly what it says it means. Any immigration officer can ask any person that is an alien or that they believe to be an alien just a simple question about their right to be or to remain in the United States. That does not mean it's unconstitutional, and it does not mean that they need reasonable suspicion or probable cause. Whether reasonable suspicion is required depends on whether the questioning is a Fourth Amendment seizure, a stop or detention.
Hold on, I'll bring this back up real quick from our man. So in the Constitution, I don't believe aliens count as the people.
No,
however,
they
I
are
believe
here
the
illegally.
Supreme Court redefined it in another case, because I've seen that pop up where the people has been expanded many times, but it's not through an act of Congress.
Right. This is case law, is what you're getting at there, and case law needs to go the fuck away. That's what created Wade.
Yeah. Well, even that was based.
That's
off
what
of
created
somebody's-
that. Hey, I got one even better for you guys. That's what created the goddamn Firearms Act of 1932.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that shit. Get it out of here.
Yeah. Hold on. If any law enforcement officers in pursuit of a suspect who committed a crime and flees into a house, they don't need a warrant while in pursuit of the sub.
Correct. Now, that being said, if they think that someone is in a house, they cannot cross that threshold without a warrant. They have to physically
Without a
see
warrant
him.
or permission from the
Or permission.
homeowner.
Correct.
Right.
But that's why they always say, can we step inside and have a conversation?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Don't
yeah,
ever
your
allow
right
the
to refuse.
vampire in. Don't ever let the vampire in, guys.
Nope.
Yeah, so if you want to
This is
come
bad.
in, we could talk, or what is it? I think the lawyers say just don't answer the door.
Yep.
If they got a warrant, your door's not going to stop them.
Nope, they're going to bust that fucking door down.
Yeah. All right.
Unless you're smart and have it reinforced.
Well, they'll still try to bust it down.
Oh, and then that's where we get some lovely fails of failed entries.
Yeah,
God, those are fun.
Or is just a casual encounter. The Supreme Court, in cases like INS versus Delgado, has found that just questioning about identity or asking for papers does not by itself create a Fourth Amendment seizure. However, if an officer stops and detains you such that a reasonable person wouldn't feel free to leave, then the stop must be justified under normal Fourth Amendment processing and would require either reasonable suspicion or probable cause. That said, if you are already lawfully detained for another reason, officers don't need additional reasonable suspicion or probable cause to also ask you questions about your immigration status, so long as the questioning doesn't prolong.
Yes.
So what he's saying is that can boil down to anything that is like even a minor, if your taillight is broken,
If you jaywalk.
Jaywalking, anything. If you pull your front tires over the stop line at a stoplight or a stop sign, any minor thing, they can get you. They can legally detain you.
It's the same thing with anything else, dude.
Yep. But a lot of people don't understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Long the detention.
By the way, I think you looked at me funny. I think you looked at me funny. You gave me the stink eye, and I don't like that.
Oh, you mean like this?
I'm your huckleberry.
You'll get over it.
And you probably called me a fucker, too. I can't stand you calling me a fucker.
You'll get over it.
I know.
You guys are fucking retarded.
Yep.
Versus Mina. And when you consider things in total context, courts have time and again given a little bit more deference to law enforcement in these areas because they are dealing with greater risk. It doesn't mean that they can just violate the entirety of the Fourth Amendment and haul somebody off to a dungeon and torture them.
I want the money.
The second most common warrant exception is that officers do not need a warrant if the person that they are going to be seizing is likely to escape if the officers are first required to go and get a warrant. And Title 8 U.S. Code Section 1357 almost states this verbatim. Any officer of the service shall have power without warrant to arrest any alien in the United States if they have reason to believe the alien is in violation of admission laws and likely to escape before a warrant can be obtained for.
Yeah. That's just, I mean, I could see how this could get abused, and it probably has been abused.
Oh,
but you could just show up to a house where you think there's a suspected alien who's violated immigration law, and your presence alone gives them a motivation for escape.
No, stop. On that note, when it comes to this particular law, they're still not allowed to cross the threshold unless they have a warrant or can see that the illegal alien is in there, or they have your permission to cross the threshold. They still cannot enter.
It's called qualified information. So it's like you open your window on a traffic stop and the fucking woofs out on you.
Mm-hmm.
The cop has the legal right to fucking search your car because you stunk.
Yeah, isn't that bona fide?
Well, and I could tell you here in Seattle, man, in Everett area and all them I'm so fucking sick of driving behind some jackass doing a vape. Smells like skunk.
Yep.
Fuck that shit.
So
I hate it.
So what you're saying, Tommy, is that and I've seen this myself with a lot of law enforcement traffic stops.
It's probable cause, man.
Well, if they can also make up the reason on the spot and lie, which, you know, if it turns out to be true, it saves their ass. But if it's false, then they fuck theirself.
Well, and that's part of the court process. That's not the traffic stop.
I was saying that Sean's dog need a potty break.
Oh, no, she doesn't. I took her out just before we got the stream started.
She wants treats, Callie.
Oh,
she's a little
no.
She's an extortionist.
Yes.
She's cute. I love this dog.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, and you see that lump? You see that lump behind him on the left side there?
Yeah.
That's a cat.
Commie cat.
Commie cat.
Mm-hmm.
Commie cat. Oh, I
Ignore
love
the commie cat in the corner.
Disregard the commie cat in the corner.
Yeah, exactly. Don't listen to him. Mao.
He's dead. Oh, don't you fucking start invoking communist shit too.
Yeah.
I told you.
Roxy knows when we're talking about her.
Let me see. And my dog is by my side.
What do you got for a dog, Callie?
He's mixed with Chihuahua and Shiba.
Oh
He's
God, he's a little fucking nervous rat. Okay.
I see. No, he has plenty of meat.
He's a mix between a Chihuahua and a what?
A Shiba Inu.
Oh God.
I don't know what that is.
God, that is a demon from hell.
You don't know the Shibu?
No,
Doc, come on, man.
No, I don't. I don't.
Dogecoin or the Shibu.
Oh, that one?
Yeah, that's a Shibu Inu.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I never knew the name of that dog.
So, who got fucked? Do you know? The female or the male?
I don't think it really matters at this point.
Well, one of them's really short and one of them's fairly tall.
Riggs.
Oh, Riggs.
No,
Thanks,
Riggs.
man.
No.
Damn it.
Oh, you just got
Damn
a
it,
sub,
Riggs.
Callie.
Yeah, you got a new sub.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, our man Callie's good, folks. Man, we love her.
Oh yeah, that's why we got her here. She's part of the
And
group, man.
She's in an area where she is a first-person source on this topic.
Riggs,
Yep.
did you want
Yes.
hand banana?
Thank you.
I can give you hand banana.
Good boy.
Man, feel good out here. Might just get nude. You basting that turkey today? Huh? What's that?
Hey, where's the squeaky part, man? We're missing that.
Oh, I gotta put the squeaky in. Oh, okay. Hold on.
Oh, okay. So that was edited in.
Please don't.
Oh God, it's terrible.
Because it's the
Not
squeaky
good.
that gets everybody.
You all encourage him.
Carl, no.
Carl.
Oh.
All right, let's get
you
back
guys
to
have got it wrong. It's Carl.
Give me just a second. I'll find a squeaky.
God,
smell.
I don't know if that's going to be a suspicion point or not.
Oh
Shut the
God.
hell
Well,
up,
that's the
everyone.
whole llama fucking devastation. God.
All right, we'll pretend we didn't hear that, Tommy.
Oh,
Back to the
guys,
show.
if you have not ever seen that cartoon, you need to watch it.
Yep. Moving
Was it
on.
Teen Aqua Hunger Force.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Don't make me play it.
their arrest. But notably, this section also requires that if an alien is arrested, they shall be taken without unnecessary delay for examination before an officer with the authority to examine their right to enter or to remain. So this is sort of a codified safeguard here. It says, yes, you can arrest and detain them without a warrant, but you also must then, without delay, examine their status and determine that as soon as possible. Overall, this means that executing warrantless arrests inside of the interior of the country is not illegal, and it follows a line of reasoning that is consistent with all forms of law enforcement. These aren't some special privileges that only immigration officers get. All right, well, we're already deep into the Fourth Amendment issues here, so let's just tack on another one while we're at it. All right, another thing people are confused about. Warrantless street arrests by ICE do not then also give them the authority to enter people's homes without a warrant. There's special additional protections that exist at the place of a dwelling. So in general, if an ICE officer shows up at your door, this functions exactly the same way as any other law enforcement encounter would happen at your doorstep. If they ask to come in and you do not want them to, you can ask them to go back and get a warrant, or if they have a warrant, you can ask them to show you the warrant before they are allowed to enter the home. If you really do not want them inside, do not open the door unless they have a warrant. Simply asking you if they can come inside to answer a few questions can be considered consent, but to answer the basic question, no, in general, ICE officers cannot come into your home without a warrant. Now, be careful here. If you're currently running from ICE officers and you run into a home, even if it's your own home, that's hot pursuit. They can enter the home, and there's other little exceptions to that. But in general, there's...
Yeah, that's what we were kind of talking ahead of all this earlier.
Yeah, that one talking point the other day about, oh my God, ICE arrested and detained this one man, and they brought him out in the snow with his sun shoes and he always wearing sandals and whatnot. I'm sorry, but he was harboring not one, but two illegal aliens. They did have a warrant to search that house. They detained him, questioned him, and then released him, and then arrested one of the two pedophiles that were within that residence. I'm sorry, you can take your crocodile tears and fuck off.
Yeah, because I saw a donut operator reply to something like that on Twitter, but I couldn't find a story to source it at the time, but it happened like right as it was happening.
Yeah.
So there probably wasn't much except for, I'm sure Donut's got some buddies in ICE that he uses as sources from time to time.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Standing at your doorstep, they arrive at your home, you're inside, you don't want to open the door, they need a warrant.
Don't raise dragons right off the bat. For new players, at the start of the game, don't rush to raise...
Next question. ICE is arresting legal, peaceful immigrants. You can't just go around arresting people if they're not committing a crime. Well, there's a couple things here that I want to work through slowly. Number one, arrest doesn't mean that they're going to throw you in jail forever. It means that they're going to detain you for a reasonable amount of time to determine your status. And then the second part of this, and this is the really, really important part that I want to make sure gets across, notice how Title 8 U.S. Code 1357 is written. It just says alien. It doesn't say legal alien. It doesn't say illegal alien. And it definitely doesn't say, well, if they're acting peaceful, they should be left alone. It just says alien. And for the purposes of immigration law, an alien is any person not a U.S. citizen or national of the United States. That means legal, illegal, peaceful, or violent. So yes, that means peaceful, legal immigrants can be subject to these interrogation laws if an officer has reason to believe that they are an alien and that they're in violation of our immigration laws. That's the way that they're written. They're not made up, and they're definitely not happening because the ICE agents are going around acting as rogue agents. And honestly, if politicians could just please stop saying that, that would probably tone down a lot of the rhetoric.
What we saw today was a criminal murder. ICE is breaking the law.
But hey, no good tragedy goes to waste, right? Anyway, these are the...
Yeah, that's how politicians work. And, well... The ABP, or the American Bolshevik Party, is in full control of our government. Drink. And have fun trying to vote your way out of that bullshit.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
real written codes that govern the way we actually execute and enforce immigration law. And they're super, super important to things like our national health, our security, and our sovereignty. So it's pretty important to be clear-cut about what they are. Okay, but they're arresting U.S. citizens. This one is fair. ICE should not be arresting U.S. citizens. And this isn't me making an excuse, it's just me explaining how this happens, okay? But anytime you have a large-scale enforcement operation where there are tons of people involved, mistakes can and do happen. So again, that's not me apologizing, but for the sake of clarity, let me contextualize this into an example. It's not unreasonable at all that if you take two people who are of the same family in the United States today, one could be a citizen and one could be an alien of any kind. In fact, this is way more common than people think, and it happens a lot more than you think. Anyway, it's also not unreasonable that one or both of those people might not speak English, and there might be some confusion in terms of what's happening in the given situation when somebody is being interrogated or asked questions, which might lead both of them to be detained. And tangentially, perhaps speaking English should be one of the things that's required to become a legal alien. It would definitely help.
Yes.
I'm highly in support of that.
Yes.
Not just what has already happened.
Yeah,
where in government, the official language is English and written and verbal.
Yeah, and as someone that is a part of the industry, if you are driving truck and
you better be able to read a sign
and hauling 80,000 pounds of freight down the fucking road, you better be able to learn to read English.
You know, they get their driver's license here. That's how they drive trucks and they go to other states.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. To get a driver's license in Washington State is you show up, you look at them and say, I need a driver's license. You pass the test, you go.
Yeah, they do the same
I have
thing.
never seen an Asian in Washington State pass the test, by the way.
Oh, well, they passed it here because nobody here doesn't want to speak English.
If we only had that Family Guy cutaway about that.
Drive.
You mean English?
Yeah.
English?
Yes.
Guys, the funniest fucking thing I used to do when I worked at the computer shop back in the early or late 90s, early 2000s, we would break open the gigabyte motherboard boxes just to read the manuals because the English was so bad and so freaking funny. Oh, God, was it hilarious.
I can imagine.
Oh, man.
Avoid confusion in these types of situations, especially when communication in the same language is incredibly important. Anyway, in this scenario, if an ICE officer can't get a form of federal identification, which most people don't just carry around their passports, then it isn't entirely unlikely that they could both be detained, like I said. The officer might arrest both of them temporarily and then, according to the dictates of the statute, determine what exactly is their right to remain. Presuming that the officer has a reason to believe that they are in violation of the laws allowing them to be here, this is not out of the question, and I'm sure it happens probably all the time. Okay, but why are they arresting anyone?
How many of you guys got one of these?
I don't.
I don't because I don't plan on ever leaving the United States of America.
Doesn't matter. Get one.
It's legal identification. You don't have to provide a driver's license.
Nope. You will always be able to fly. Yeah. You will always be able to enter a federal courthouse. Get one. They're not that expensive. It's an easy process.
$60, I think, isn't it? 60 or
60 bucks if you're not trying to expedite it. If you want to expedite anything, it's about $200.
Yeah,
Armin,
I believe
my parents was that expensive.
I believe for just government, federal government right now. I know some states have made it their official language as well, but at least for the federal government, communications, forms, anything written or said has to be done in English.
What's
your
this
exceptions
ASL?
with Braille or American Sign Language?
Oh, I thought it was age, sex, location.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, but I think that's a fair exception because
Well, that's a communication standard.
Their mode of communication is highly different than the regular.
Specialized.
Yeah,
but
and
it's
that's
still
an
in English,
accommodation, and it's not a bad idea. I'm okay
well, and
with
it's
it.
still in English too. That's the other thing.
Yes.
That they aren't even real police. So again, ICE and Border Patrol are federal law enforcement agencies, Sheriff Rochelle Bilal.
Professional law enforcement, I don't call them none of that. I call them made up fake wannabe law enforcement because what they do is against not only legal law, but the moral law.
And while it's true,
there is no such thing as moral law.
Not when it comes to written law. Moral law does not exist.
That ham beast is a fucking DEI hire and needs to go away.
I was to piggyback on your point there, Tommy. There is a difference between moral law and written law.
Retard Sharia law.
Dumb fuck retards only follow moral law. What is morally correct? It's morally correct to tell all the white guys that are more than qualified to fuck off, and then they hire these kind of people because it's morally right.
I'll give you a driving example, but go ahead with Riggs.
Our man, I think, just summed it up really quick. Moral law is subjective.
Well,
that is Sharia law.
Do you want Squeaky?
We'll skip it.
I got your fucking
Squeaky.
Squeaky.
Give us Squeaky.
Man, feel good out here. Might just get nude. You basting that turkey today? Huh? What's that?
It's close. It's not the right squeaky, but it's still pretty close.
Oh, that's still a fucking
that went on. That you looped it at the end, didn't you?
Yeah, you did.
You made it longer than it should have been.
I think that's what that guy. I think that's what that guy said too, Tommy.
It's longer
that's
than
what
I thought
she said. It's longer than it should have been.
That's what she said.
Kelly,
my
you know
God.
what you walked into.
I know,
you don't want to answer that. No.
I know.
Callie, you're one of us now.
Let me see if I can pitch the squeaky a little bit higher. Hold on, let me see if I can get the squeaky a little bit higher.
A little higher. Oh, dear God. It's going to get higher.
Okay, we're going to make her pee. Quit fucking making her laugh, you assholes.
Oh, you done fucked up now because I found the right frequency.
Oh, God.
Oh,
it's
boy.
bad.
Oh,
This is bad, right?
Oh, it's fixing to get bad.
Yes. Oh, so that's sex outside of marriage. Then it was more or less. Yep. So
outside of the ethnic group too. Ooh.
So I'll tell you a quick example. So like,
bad.
you know how people will stop across
Boy,
a multi-lane road to let somebody turn left, to let them cut
Even
across
though there's
traffic?
no turn lane?
Well, no, not just that, but like just make a break in traffic just to let somebody turn into a parking lot or whatever.
Okay, yeah, it's a courtesy thing. Sure.
Right, as a courtesy, exactly.
Mhm.
And a lot of people say, well, it's morally correct to do that until someone comes into the slow lane trying to, do the speed limit, and then they T-bone each other.
Yeah,
Right.
it's morally correct to go to an anti-ICE protest while armed with a pistol.
Don't even start.
And
Jimmy. Jimmy, we will fucking throw you out of here right now.
No. I'm making a point.
We already discussed
it's.
We're gonna get into that story later.
I'm just saying. I'm not trying to make any arguments or anything like that. These people are saying it is morally correct to go to a protest of a lawfully a raid or whatever we want, raid, arrest, whatever you want to call it, to go up to and obstruct and unfortunately do stupid things where you realize that this isn't Call of Duty and there is no respawn point.
Nope.
Callie.
Well, the guy that
I'm
got
just,
yeeted,
I'm just saying.
the guy that
I'm
got
not,
yeeted out of his meat suit, he got respawned. It was into the
Yes.
afterlife.
Are you ready for the revamped version?
Oh God,
Oh,
this is
boy.
going to be
You're
even
gonna
worse.
make
You're going to
me
make her
pee?
pee.
You know, I gotta pee. Let's go.
You might as well head for the toilet now.
Turn
Callie.
the speakers up and head for the bathroom, girl.
Okay, here it
More
is.
lube.
With higher squeakability. Here we go. With the higher squeakability, we've at the Big Toe Outlaw Sonic Labs.
Wait, Outlaw, let me get ready. Okay, go.
Man, feel good out here. Might just get nude. You basting that turkey today? Huh? What's that?
Just talk to him.
Oh,
my
damn.
God. Batty, you're so bad. I love it.
Batty badly influenced me. This Batty.
Oh, man.
He has turned you bad.
Hey, well, I think
Hey,
Broken Pine's got it
Outlaw,
right.
You were already corrupt. You're just, what is it? You're just going in. We're all going into deeper levels of corruption.
That shit is
Did
hilarious.
somebody just fart?
Sorry.
By the way, Jimmy, you said thought a while ago.
Oh, Jesus.
No.
God. She's so robotic. You got to fix that, dude.
Don't encourage him. Oh, we will encourage him. We will highly encourage him.
You all make me pee.
Don't make me play it again. I'll play it again.
I wish you would.
Yep. Callie, I'll play it again.
Oh, she did. She said it.
Man, feel good out here. Might just get nude. You basting that turkey today? Huh? What's that?
Okay, I'm gonna make a request. We don't need to see Carl being sexually raped by the balloon banana ever again. Again, I'm not in the one in control. I'm just making the request. I'm just saying. I think we've seen enough of that tonight.
I think we need a Homer Simpson eye bleaching.
The goggles, they do nothing.
Oh my goodness.
God damn it.
God damn it, Daddy.
He's a man now.
He's a prison bitch is what he is.
Oh my God.
So, Sean, I'm gonna give you this suggestion. Instead of the Fappening Facility, we're just gonna call this Off the Rails because we go off the rails every time.
Nope, there's all kinds of fappening happening here.
I've got a question for Batty Commander. I've got a question for Batty Commander. How did he come to that assertion?
Assertion.
Oh God. Now Broken Pines jumping in. Prison bitch 2.0.
Oh God. Somebody needs to play a fucking scream.
Poor Carl. That's all I got. My sympathies go out to Carl. That's all I got to say.
Where are you watching Landman at? Because I do want to watch that.
Isn't it Paramount?
Paramount
think it is.
Or you can go on Amazon and there is it's like a TV box that you can buy. It's very expensive, but if it has everything, it has
he got it on DVD. All right.
Yeah, it has all local channels, all anything, TV shows, movies, whatever. You
it's
download
called YouTube TV.
No, that's not what I'm talking about, Tommy.
That's what I have, and that gives me everything you're describing.
Okay, so the boxes that my dad's buddies showed to my dad and my dad gifted me, you can search up any TV show. It'll have it. It has over like 35,000 TV shows on it. It has over 30,000 movies on it. All you have to do is search it up, plug it in, connect it to the internet, and then download like the 4 apps that are on there.
Right.
And you have everything at your fingertips.
It's sitting behind a VPN. That's what gives you that ability. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I'll send
talk more about this later.
I'll send you the link, Sean.
Yeah. All right. Let's get back to the video.
Sorry. They're not your local police department. That doesn't mean that they're fake cops or rogue agents. They have actual arrest authority, and they are duly authorized by Congress to be a law enforcement agency. Just because they're not enforcing municipal or state law doesn't mean they're not real police. And along these lines, it also doesn't mean that they're not allowed to wear the police patch. A lot of people are confused about this. Use of the police patch by ICE officers is just simply a way to quick signal to the public that they are legitimate law enforcement. And this isn't something that, again, is some special exception to immigration law. It's something that happens across the board. And if you don't believe me, for the sake of clarity, let's just look up the definition of police. The civil force of a national or local government responsible for the prevention and detection of crime and the maintenance of public order. Thanks, Google.
Hi, I'm JT, and I made Result Hunter, the search engine for conservatives. Let me just tell you what it does. First of all, big tech right now is run by a bunch of elitist people who all happen to vote the same way and who all happen to live in huge cities on the West Coast. And so Result Hunter takes those elitist values and elitist sources.
Ad plays. Sean, use Brave browser, you bastard.
Okay, so if ICE is a real police force,
Sean, already for like the 1,000th time, Brave is not working well with me when I try to get YouTube logged in. So
I know, I'm just giving you shit.
They're trying to
Brave.
get
I heard some slamming going on and had to address that.
Sean, they're trying to get me to do it, and I just haven't broke down and done it because I'm stuck.
I mean, you know what?
I'm gonna have a goddamn panel one of these nights during the week where I'm gonna teach you guys how to set your shit up that doesn't need any of that crap, and Brave can fuck right off.
No, you don't have to have Brave. You can do other avenues.
Yeah,
I primarily use Firefox.
Same here.
But if people want to donate to the show and get us at $12 a month, you just get YouTube Premium.
Fucking whore.
No, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
that is executing legitimate law, who gave them this authority? Well, as mentioned in the origin story, U.S. Congress did when they created the Homeland Security Act of 2002. So here's how this works. Operationally, ICE performs its duties under the executive branch of government, which is the law enforcement branch of the federal government. As such, the president, any president, alongside the Secretary of Homeland Security, then determines the enforcement directives for ICE within the bounds of Title 8 U.S. Code, the immigration law. And Congress controls its funding and can pass future laws, both expanding its funding or restricting it. And just so we're clear, this isn't something that is unique only to immigration law. This is the entire structure of our federal system. Congress writes the laws, the executive enforces the laws, and the courts get involved when somebody says something has gone wrong. So when somebody says that ICE is illegal or that it's a rogue agency, this is just fundamentally untrue. And if you're mad at that, you can comment bootlicker below for me explaining to you how the law works. I don't care! We're going to...
Ooh, cool song.
Oh, that's funny. I love it.
Oh, don't do that.
Yeah, we won't do that.
No, It would be funny, but we all know he understands. It's a joke, but a lot of people don't understand jokes these days because they operate under room temperature in Celsius.
Yeah.
Guys, I went to high school with a guy that said "fuck them if they can't take a joke" and "joke them if they can't take a fuck," and I live by that.
Yeah, here's what you're talking about.
Yeah, but what is room temperature in Celsius?
25.
25.
Yep.
There you go.
We're going to come back to some of these specific questions about ICE and enforcement closer to the end of the video, but this right now is the perfect time to transition to the question of immigration law itself and how we actually got here. One thing that most people don't realize when we talk about immigration law today is that it's not just one clean law. It's an insane patchwork of rules going back to 1952 that looks more like the Winchester mystery house of who gets in that's been built up, torn down, and renovated dozens of times. As mentioned, the spine of the whole thing is the Immigration and Naturalization Act, the INA, and this answers the basic questions that any country has to answer. So when we look at our immigration law, we can see that the framework is still there, but it's been cut up, amended, adapted, and stapled back together so many times that it looks like a bunch of pieces thrown into a filing cabinet more than it looks like a book. Over time, Congress has repeatedly been required to respond to new political pressures, new humanitarian risks, new labor laws, new security threats, and new court decisions by adding sections and repealing others and amending others, all without ever stopping to just rewrite the whole thing. So instead of one code, you get layers, old rules, new rules, rules that apply only after a certain date, rules that apply only before a certain date, and rules that depend on whether you were admitted, paroled, or never inspected. Unfortunately, all of this patchwork really matters because immigration law isn't about anything except for categories. It's like the Container Store of immigration law. The INA literally on paper puts everyone into a container. And then even once you've been put in a box, the following questions of the law ask again whether or not you're allowed to be in that box right now or not. And this is part of the reason why the internet is constantly arguing past itself, because when somebody says illegal immigrant over here or undocumented over here, one person might be thinking about illegal entry, one person might be thinking about an overstay. And at the end of the day, DHS has the very unenviable job of managing all of it. So to take...
What happened?
I don't know.
Sean?
Oh, that's me. We got Ed.
Hey. Sean slapped his dick against the space bar. That's what happened.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Yo.
Nothing much, bro.
We're getting some legalese education.
Oh, okay. Well, I will keep my comments until we have the education completed.
Alrighty. What else we got here?
Take that context. Let me ask you one simple question. What is an illegal immigrant? And you might hear that and say, duh, it's anybody who's not supposed to be here. Well, that's true. Let's try to be a little bit more specific. An illegal immigrant is any non-citizen who is in the United States without the legal permission our immigration law requires. It sounds simple. And this isn't me trying to gloss over a generally useful term or say that being illegally present in our country cannot also be a criminal violation. It can be. It's just, this is where the patchwork of laws begins to show its ugly head. And look, if you're one of those people who say that no one is illegal on stolen land, you can go hang out with the anarchists in the back of the bus, okay? You guys will have a great time with them back there. We'll bring you juice boxes. Everything's going to be great. For the rest of us who'd like to actually understand this, let's move forward. U.S. immigration law does not start by first asking the question whether you are illegal or legal. Instead, if you want to understand it without going cross-eyed, you need to look at it in terms of its architecture. It basically starts with a big decision tree that asks 4 questions in this order. First, who are you?
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
What type of person are you? What container can we put you in from the Container Store? Second, if you are an alien, what type of alien?
What kind of American are you?
We have a whole section of container boxes just for aliens, and we are wondering what type of alien are you, and are you allowed to be in that box? Third, how did you get here? The Container Store has many entrances, and that's why the first thing that immigration lawyers ask you is, how did you enter the country? And fourth, what are we going to do with you now? Are you staying? Are you going? Or is it something else? That's pretty much the entire thing. It runs you through that decision tree at pretty much every instance. And for the record, that's me generalizing. Let's play this out. First, who are you? Under the INA, you are either a citizen or an alien. Now, there are not many people who fall into the U.S. national but not U.S. citizen box. And if you are one of those people in that container or that section of the store, you already know who you are. So I'm not going to really go into that. I'm just going to say U.S. citizen. Okay, so who are you? You're either a citizen or an alien. And if you're a citizen, that's pretty much the end of the inquiry. If you're an alien, you go to the next part of the container store. What kind of alien? Okay, here's how this breaks down generally. If you're an alien, you're either an immigrant, a non-immigrant, a refugee, an asylee, or a parolee. And whoever came up with this is a dummy. Dad jokes. All right, let's go. Immigrants. Legally, not everybody who comes here is an immigrant in the normal way we use that word in common English. Under immigration law, and again, I speak in generalities here, an immigrant is anybody who comes here lawfully with the intent to remain permanently. Primarily, these are green card holders, or what we call lawful permanent residents. These are people like the spouse of a U.S. citizen or somebody on a long-term employment visa. But immigrants in this context are not just green card holders. They can also be...
Yeah, for once, the timer actually went off for me to bring that down for a moment.
Or go slap somebody around.
Kiddo's not having a good day.
Uh-oh.
We don't advocate for child abuse. We advocate for child re-education.
Correction.
It's called the backyard education.
Or direction works.
Yeah.
But if you this is like the most basest of ideas when you are trying to go to some other place on the planet. And this goes for any country on the planet. If you plan to immigrate, you better plan to assimilate. Otherwise, you are going to be advocated for or identified as an invader.
Yeah. I mean, anytime an American or to anywhere else, depending on the statuses between the nations, you've got to go through their immigration process.
So anyways, I started blasting.
I mean, if one of us Americans were to go to Japan or any other friendly foreign nation, we would educate ourselves on the culture of the nation and respect that culture. And well, if you don't respect it, I'm sorry, if you get fucked up, if you plan on fucking around, you're going to find out. And just because you say, "Oh, I'm an American," that doesn't mean jack nor shit in that country or that culture. If you are, if you're being an asshole or disrespecting that country's culture, I'm sorry. Even though I as an American see your story, and then I see, oh, you went over to Japan for a reason, and you decided to act a fool, kick over tombstones, disrespect the culture and whatnot. I'm gonna say, you know what? Your ass probably needs to fucking stay there, and you probably deserve what you get. I'm sorry. I'm to that point. And I have that exact same stance when it comes to those people coming here to America. Again, if you plan to immigrate, you better plan to assimilate. I know a lot of people that have come here from different cultures and different backgrounds. They came here saying, I want the American dream. I want what's best for my family. America is the only place that it's going to happen. Fuck yeah. Come here, do that, assimilate, and respect the laws, respect everybody else, be cool, be good. I have no problem with that. But if you're going to be here, if you're going to come here from, Argentina or South America or, the dunes over in the, whatever, and, go fuckistan, and come over here and say, no, I should be allowed to fucking rape a 9-year-old. I should be allowed to beat any woman that is not fucking covering her face. Yeah, I'm sorry. You are
Jimmy. Let's use some of the YouTube friendly words.
I'm sorry. I kind of spaced.
Back it down, Jimmy. Come on.
Simmer down now. Simmer down.
Turn the dial just a little bit.
I'm at an 8. I'm going to turn it down to a 5. Maybe
turn it down to a 3.
2 or 3. Okay, Tommy. We're turning it down to 3. If you come over here and say the country that I fled from because the dumb fuck, whatever retard bullshit's going on over there, I'm going to come over here to your country and I'm going to force my way of living that I escaped to onto your country that has quote unquote welcomed me. I'm sorry, but your ass needs to be shipped out on a plane or a container ship boat. I don't give a fuck what kind of mode of transportation it is. You need to be left. You need to go away. Go the fuck away. We don't need you. We don't want your kind of way of thinking here in our country. I'm sorry.
Wow, you're a lot nicer than I am.
That is the moderate stance that I have. You guys don't want to know what my extremest stance is.
Well,
these kind of things.
Shut up about that.
You don't need to talk about it on this platform.
That's all I'm saying. The moderate stance is the humane stance. We're going to collect you. We're going to give you the opportunity to leave. Hell, we fucking wanted to give you $1,000 and even up to $3,000 to self-deport. If you say no to that, I'm sorry. I don't care what happens to you when you disrespect our laws, our immigration laws, disrespect our country, our culture, and want to force your culture that you escaped from into our country. I'm sorry. You gotta go. You either self-deportate or bad things are going to happen.
Yeah, like ICE.
I'm sorry, but that's the moderate position.
So what brought this video on tonight?
Oh, I had seen it earlier this week and I thought it was highly informative.
Okay.
And one thing that we can do is get information about it from an actual lawyer.
Our man? That's me.
God.
But you know what? I'm gonna stay there. Fuck y'all. I'm out of here, man. This place is stupid.
When are you leaving, Tommy?
I don't know yet. I've got to get above $200,000 in the savings, and I'm at $130,000 in the retirement benefit right now.
Oh, I'm just kind of slowly getting myself there financially, trying to get there.
Yeah.
You
got to realize though, guys, South American countries, they're not like here.
They're fucking brutal, dude.
Well,
they can be.
I mean, those are the countries that you don't mess around with the police, the authorities, and things like that. They don't have a soft touch to things. You might get a polite response, but not so much.
Here's the trick with the police in Colombia that I found out that was funny as fuck.
What's that?
You smile and you nod at them, and they look at you like you're fucking insane. They do. They're who the fuck is this guy? And I was he's a cop on the street. I'm smiling and nodding at him. Hey man, I support the blue, but they were in camouflage. Doesn't matter. You want to take somebody off their fucking back step, man? Holy shit. It was hilarious. But they never fucked with me. They never ever fucked with me because I would acknowledge them as an authority, and they're like, "What the fuck? Who is this guy?" All the Colombians just they had their heads down. They didn't look at him. They didn't make eye contact. Nothing. In fact, I got yelled at by my girlfriend down there one night because we had walked down to one of the local bodegas, the pop-up fucking stores.
Okay.
Got something for eating. Came back and there's this dude out in the street and he's obviously rough as fuck. And I'm walking up, eyes on him. Eye contact. And he told me, "Buenos noches." And I replied, "Buenos noches." Nothing. And she freaked the fuck out. "Dude, what the hell are you doing?"
Your American ways are going to get you stabbed over there.
Oh, you'd think they would, but no, they don't know how to react because nobody does that. If you're in the heart of a hellhole, yes, but we weren't in the heart of a hellhole. We were on the outskirts of a hellhole.
I guess you just like to live dangerously.
Yep.
Look at some of our career choices.
Oh yeah.
I purposely live. Oh yeah, the storm is starting to like the ice and stuff starting to come down. Roads starting to get slick, and I'm like, called it in for the night. I'm not fucking with that right now. Even though you can make a lot of money driving the strangers around, but
man, that's what the Mexicans do. They rattle you down. That doesn't happen in Colombia. They just fucking kill you.
Or turn you into cocaine.
Or make you run it.
Yep.
Did someone say cocaine?
Cocaine.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Speaking of which,
did you guys see the dude that got caught in the Keys that was selling fucking square groupers?
No.
I have not.
You know what a square grouper is, right?
No.
It's a kilogram of coke.
Oh,
Jesus.
It's a kilogram of coke. He was selling, he found like 43 kilograms of coke.
Oh, goddamn.
Floating in the water, and he fished them all out, and he was selling the shit.
That's one way to get a cartel to send a Sicario.
Yeah, I was going to say, does his face ever get exposed?
Yeah, and he's lucky that
dead.
He's lucky dead. The feds picked him up. He's protected.
He's still probably going to be dead.
He might be dead in prison, but he's gone.
So the lesson learned is
we have go ahead, Ed, and then we'll end the waffling.
Oh, I'm sorry. So the lesson is like if you see a bunch of fucking cocaine, leave it the fuck alone.
Leave it the fuck alone.
Report it, give your position, and go on.
No, you
anonymously.
Fuck alone.
Yep. Just call it over the radio, and that's all you got to do, man.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Waffling.
Somebody who is in the pipeline to receive a green card, such as the spouse of a U.S. citizen who is applied to come to the States but is still waiting abroad. Non-immigrants. Okay, this is the temporarily allowed to be here container department of the container department store. These are people like tourists, students on student visas, temporary workers and temporary service providers, and politicians and diplomats, or sometimes even the spouses or children of any of these people. Legally, the INA defines non-immigrants by a total of 23 actual categories, which I'm just not going to get into. Either way, all of these non-immigrants are legally allowed to be here, but temporarily. If they want to remain past a certain point that is set forth in their visa, they either need to apply for that, an extension, or try to get into one of the other containers in the container store, like the immigrant container. So this is now when things get a little confusing. And if it wasn't confusing to you already, you're probably a savant, and we could really use you in the immigration department of the federal government. Please help. For the rest of us with normal brains, let's work through it slowly. Then you have refugees. Now, explicitly defined in Title 8 U.S. Code Section 1101, and to paraphrase for plain English purposes, a refugee is this: any person outside their country, or sometimes still in it in special circumstances, who can't or won't return because of past persecution or a well-founded fear of persecution based on race, religion, nationality, political opinion, or members in a particular social group. Generally, refugee status is a special legal mechanism that allows people to come into the United States from somewhere else in the world because of some type of humanitarian crisis. Like almost all forms of alien, your refugee status can change over time, and it can move to lawful permanent resident, green card holder, and even to U.S. citizen. But typically, and this is a very important thing to keep in mind here, these are applied for when people are outside of the United States. You apply, and if your application is well-founded, then you get your status and you are admitted legally at a designated point of entry when you come into the United States. So who decides well-founded fear? Well, generally it's an immigration judge here in the United States, or sometimes it can be done abroad with things like the United Nations Refugee Agency. Now, strangely, 8 U.S. Code Section 1157 basically leaves how many refugees can come into the United States each year entirely up to the president, with some limited oversight from Congress. It says the number of refugees who may be admitted under this section shall be such number as the president determines, and after appropriate consultation is justified by humanitarian concerns or is otherwise in the national interest. And while there are a few other quid pro quos to this, like there is with everything in the immigration code, this is generally how the refugee system works in the United States. Now, to be clear, this isn't like the leading cause of the immigration crisis in America. Going back as far as the early 1980s, there's really never been more than about 125,000.
God damn, look at that. Between 20 to 25. Yeah, that's a lot. What were we doing in the 80s that got so many? Or prior to 1980, I guess
That
that's
was
the 70s and
that
60s.
that was all Mexican nationals that were green lighted by the amnesty that Reagan created. That's where it all went to shit.
Thanks, Reagan.
It was one of the worst things that man ever did.
So
he had a lot of good intentions with a lot of things that turned out to be terrible, like no fault divorce.
Yeah. Well, that actually was ensconced after it had been enacted in the 60s.
But I don't
by
think there's
Johnson,
a
I
federal law
believe.
on it. I believe it's all
case
state
law.
by state.
It's case law.
Okay.
All right. Apparently, I've been ignoring the chat.
That's okay. The chats, they're probably talking amongst themselves anyway. They're fine.
Yep. Well, we got Jackal over on Rumble. Was it looking like Marilyn Manson if he hit the roids mid-transition? What?
God damn.
And then we got...
That's a hell of a thought.
Hey, where's his comment to beat the like button? Come on, guys.
Callie?
Eat it like a redheaded stepchild.
Yes.
Are you going to make me play it again?
No, don't.
Callie?
Listen to Bones. No, please don't. I repeat.
I'm going to play it.
Man, feel good out here. Might just get nude. You basting that turkey today? Huh? What's that?
Okay, I am invoking the rule. I am invoking the rule that Outlaw no longer has access to the buttons. Anyone second that? Because God damn it, let's stop playing that, please.
Just that one. Just that
We'll
one.
tone
Just
we'll
that one.
tone that one down a little bit. But yeah, I think we had 1.8 billion, which that's going to give me maybe 900 million after the taxes.
No, more
it ain't that
likely
much, John.
650.
$650,000 if you take the lump sum. If you do the annuity thing and all that, you're still going to get raped and robbed because the IRS is bullshit and taxation is theft.
Yeah.
IRS and Bolsheviks.
Yeah, 5 million is like my I have fuck you money amount.
No, fuck you money is just
If I had
You're
5
not going to
million,
buy it in California. Fuck that shit.
if I had $5 million, I would find the most remote location in this country, buy that, and put up just a reasonable modular house. You know, I don't need a fucking big ass mansion or anything like that, but I would want land and I would want my own security, which that'll be handled.
Expensive.
It is, but then again.
So what's Jimmy's saying? He's going to move to South America because that's exactly what they do there.
If you really want to move somewhere remote, you go down to shit. What's it? It's not Argentina. Fuck. The one way down there where Cape Horn is.
Chile.
Yeah, I think you're right. Chile.
Mm-hmm. Chile is on
Cape
the
Horn or
on the
Tierra del
west
Fuego.
side. Argentina is on the east side.
Argentina is what I'm thinking of. No, Patagonia.
okay.
Patagonia.
Patagonia is actually part of Chile and Argentina.
Yeah, you move into the Patagonia area.
Interesting.
Yeah, plenty of room there.
Oh
yeah, our man. I've heard lots of stories from. We know some people who spend a lot of time in Mexico, and the federales are very well known for doing a. It's not a stop and frisk; it's a stop and where's my bribe?
Shakedown.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me $10,000 and this will all go away.
Well, it's 10,000 pesos.
Yeah.
So $5 American.
So $5, yeah, $5, maybe $20, yeah.
Hey man, $20 is $20.
Oh.
Hey! Speaking of that, guys, I got something to show you right here.
What you got?
Can you smoke it?
No, you don't want to smoke these. These are nasty. So this is a 20 million peso note.
God damn.
That's 20,000.
That's 20,000 there.
Yeah, I know it shows 20,000, but they call it 20 million in Colombia.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got one of them, and I got 4 of these. These are $2 notes. $2 notes, right? Or two peso notes. You know how much money I've got in my hand?
$5.
About 75 cents.
$6.
Hey, I was close.
Well, see, the funny thing is, Calliope, when she was off doing her international travels and whatnot, she actually sent me some denominations and whatnot from. God, I can't remember where
Malaysia, wasn't it?
Let me see if I can find my
No,
box of money.
It wasn't Malaysia. Where's those fucking things?
Dad's got a box of money.
I know they're. I can't remember where they're at, but she sent me some denominations of or some currency from her travels and whatnot, and I got them somewhere. I can't remember where the fuck they're at, and I'm not gonna get up and look for them because that's gonna take me too fucking long. I can't even I can't even remember where my fucking bank statement is from yesterday. So,
dude, if you can find your penis to piss, you're okay.
I actually did that 2 minutes ago, Tommy. So I think I'm doing good.
Like I said, if you can find your penis to piss, you're okay. Don't worry about it.
Me and you had the same idea, Jimmy. That's what I did.
Let's see.
Okay, I think TMI is inserted in.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
somebody was talking about nasty, dirty things. I see.
Wow.
His stash of money.
So I love you, Callie.
I'll just shut the fuck up, then, man.
Look, I got something from where the hell is this? San Tome and Principe, whatever the fuck this is.
Can you cash it?
It's Monopoly money.
Yeah, so, that would be fun. So a lot of Santa. I got some Chile money. It's 1,000 whatever. Says
1,000 pesos in Chile.
Yeah, mil pesos. Oh, I got Central Bank of Belize, $10. Ooh.
Okay.
That's worth about a cent.
Ooh, I got some Polak money here too. I got some Polish money. 10, whatever.
Oh,
whatever the fuck this is.
Hey Bob, you know who stole your money?
I got Rios. I got Brazil, some Brazil money. What the hell is
the
this?
Brazilians. There's
Santa
Brazilians of them too.
Yeah. So Santa it was a tragic situation, and Mills Franks. It's one of those African countries. I don't know. Blanco de
Probably Algeria or something.
Africa de Central. They got a couple of banks out there, so I got a couple of those notes. And what else I got here?
We want to see the 1 million Zimbabwe dollar one.
Oh, I had a bunch of Guatemalan stuff, but I think what I ended up doing is that there was a missionary that I was when I was going to churches and stuff, I gave him a bunch so that way he can go over there. And I got a bunch of fucking coins, just random shit, like
one of the things that I kind of regret is I never kept anything from my time in Japan.
See, so I got like all these random ass coins and everything.
Oh, I found it. I found the envelope.
I got the pounds. I got the pounds.
Finally.
No, wait a minute. Is this the Australian?
You found your penis? What?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah. This. Yeah. The notes that Calliope sent me are from Malaysia. I have a $1, 1 RM, 5 RM, 20 RM from Malaysia, as well as some coinage. A few coins.
Yeah, you probably got about $1.
Yeah, probably less than that, but I do like those. I do like those, and I still have her postcard that she sent me from Malaysia. They are part of my my setup here. You guys can't see them there, but it is there. But it is cool to see all the the bank nominations and all the other stuff and whatnot, and then the notes, and that's cool. I like that. Is it worth anything? Probably not.
Yeah, probably.
But it is cool to have those, a part of the collection and whatnot.
Well, I have.
It's okay, Broken Pine. It's okay.
I have a 1 peso coin. One little peso coin.
Where's it from?
Oh fuck! I can't. My eyes are getting old because I'm getting old. It looks like Chile.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah.
I was just curious because they're all pesos in Latin America.
Yeah. And I got a couple English. Oh, wait! Somebody's talking. What's going on?
I totally forgot. I have an Elizabeth II Australian coin from 1976. On the backside, it is 50. So I imagine 50 cents or whatever. It has a kangaroo, a shield, and an emu on the other side. So,
So why is the kangaroo carrying a shield fighting an emu? I don't get that.
There's
New Wars.
The kangaroo the kangaroo and the emu are quote unquote holding a shield in between themselves.
Oh, they're fighting against the fucking Aussies. Okay, I got it.
Yep. So I really do like this coin because it's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But if it was a 1976 American coin, I would hold it just because of the silver content.
All right, go ahead, Ella.
Riggs just
I was just going to say to what Jimmy. God damn it!
God damn it, Riggs!
Did somebody vomit?
No, Riggs just sharted.
I was trying to
go
say,
ahead, Ella. You have the table.
I was trying to say that no, you don't have to full screen me. You don't have to full
It does get everybody else to shut up.
You don't have to full screen me, man.
Oh, we need your chibi. We need the
chibi.
chibi.
I was just gonna say that Calliope does send me pictures every once in a while. She hasn't sent me any in a while.
You guys ain't seen the pictures she sent me.
No.
Is she in the chat?
No. Most of them are just fucking. Most of them are just.
Callie,
Northern Light.
Callie, I would say, would you like to see the chibi? But apparently, I'm barred from doing anything. So
Dude, do the chibi.
Show
Do the
chibi.
chibi.
Do the chibi.
That reminds me of Billy
That's
Bon
actually pretty good.
Bon's Everywhere. I'm everywhere.
I just this is my loose collection of some of my collection of coins. I got Indian heads right here, all Indian heads, pennies, buffalo coins. They're not really worth anything. They're just there because it's cool to say I have.
It's just like the $2 bill. Because people don't think that the $2 bill was a thing here in America. When
there's probably something
it was.
Well, they still print them in their legal tender.
It's
guys.
still being printed.
Well, there's people that probably believe that New Mexico is probably in another country. So,
New Mexico is a foreign land. We don't even need to talk about that place, man. It's fucked up. It's almost as bad as Arizona.
We have waffled on.
Go down rabbit hole, man.
Rabbit hole.
We need a rabbit hole or a waffle.
A waffle hole.
Yeah. No. And there will be no waffle.
I like the waffle. Don't go down the waffle hole, man, because there's syrup there, and you need to fear the syrup.
Oh God. Anyways.
People per year let in under refugee status. But obviously, with the new administration, that number is down significantly. But the point is, this is kind of a wild way to do business. We're just allowing the president to sort of write down how many people he thinks should be allowed in as refugees each year. And then he kind of shows Congress some evidence of how this is supported with probably some research group that gets paid millions of dollars a year to do that. And then he takes it to them and they're like, that seems pretty reasonable. It's consistent with last year's numbers. Go ahead. And then he can just sort of let people in.
So think of it as like a TV ad with a...
Here, I'll take that down. While we
fuck that guy.
There we go.
For a moment. Before we can actually continue with that and finish with the different types of aliens that you can be, we actually need to take a detour and we need to go into a different section of the store called How Did You Get Here? Question number 3. In this part of the store, there are 3 boxes that you can potentially be in. Admitted into the United States, paroled into the United States, or you can have entered without inspection. So let's start with what's familiar. Admission. As a general rule, any one of the aliens that I've already mentioned, immigrant, non-immigrant, or refugee, generally are admitted into the country through a designated port of entry. 8 U.S. Code 1101 defines this clearly. The term admission and admitted mean, with respect to an alien, the lawful entry of the alien into the United States after inspection and authorization by an immigration officer. Okay, great. So this means what you think it means. You arrive at an airport or you cross over a border patrol checkpoint, you hand your papers over to the immigration officer, and then they let you in to the country. Now, to be clear, just because you were legally admitted into the United States does not mean that you are also still legally allowed to be here. We'll get back to that in a little bit. Okay, without inspection. Entry without inspection is pretty much the you are here illegally scenario under pretty much every scenario, with exceptions, because you broke almost every rule we have in our container store Winchester mystery house of immigration law. Well, some people like to refer to this as undocumented because it's a little bit of a softer word. Legally speaking, the term undocumented has no more meaning in the immigration code than the term illegal does. So don't get caught in this BS argument about semantics. If you're talking about the law, we call them aliens. Doesn't matter what kind, just means not U.S. citizen. Anyway, entry without inspection is the classic example of somebody running across the desert at night, or swimming across the Rio Grande, or some Canadian fisherman sneaking down through the boundary waters. I think
those
they're just
bastards.
big northern pikes, but I don't know. Anyway,
Fuck
this
you,
is what we
Broken
most
Pine.
commonly think of when we use.
I believe we have a term for people that come across over the water.
Yeah, they're called wetbacks.
Yes.
Anyway.
Well, the Del Rio River is more like shin high or thigh high deep. So, you know, the proper term is, you know, thigh backs, wetback.
Dude, you're splitting hairs. We're not going to split hairs here.
I had a joke, and I sorry, the brain went waffle mode.
It's
Sorry.
okay. The peach brandy's
That's
getting
okay.
you.
But you know what we can do? Go ahead, Outlaw.
Here's an interesting one. What do you call it when the government is incentivizing illegals to come over here? What do they become then?
Treason, traitors.
There you go.
Traitors. Yep.
Freeloaders.
Let's take a look at some of the comments so we don't neglect the chat. That crap happens to many U.S. service members who serve overseas to get married. Yeah. But even worse is they turn it into it's a racket where they come here, or not come here, but serviceman goes overseas, gets married there, serviceman goes back to CONUS, and then they bring their woman over, they stay married for a little bit, and then she just ups and divorces, and now she has a legal right to be there in the U.S.
Right, which is not the way the law is written, by the way.
Yeah.
So you're saying there's an opportunity to make some money here?
More UN
But
bullshit.
don't
Yeah,
do
the
it.
fact that the UN has a place in our immigration system is
wrong.
Not good. Yeah, it's wrong.
Yeah.
All right, good for him. Hope it works out. Yeah. Stay out of my backyard. Get off my lawn.
Get out of my way.
You nap in the backyard.
Well, yeah, she's got to keep her tan up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tommy's wrong again. Well, Tommy's
No.
wrong sometimes.
No, Broken Pine doesn't know anything. He's Canadian. Fuck that guy.
Goddamn European.
European.
Arkansas.
Just joking their pride.
Oh,
by the way, guys, I got to tell you all, I love Broken Pine. He's a great man.
Oh, dude.
There's
Fuck
nothing
yeah,
wrong with Broken Pine.
We're just telling
Harper,
jokes here, man. Just telling
Yep.
jokes and busting balls. That's what we do.
Canadian
here.
Pesos.
Do the Polish remember they have a currency?
A pimp named Slickback?
What?
Yeah.
Hey,
well, the Slickbacks was the fucking South Park thing.
Hey, did you
that
know
was
that
all the time traveling?
Boondocks.
No, that was the Boondocks.
That was the
They called them. Oh no, they called them something else in South Park, but it was the same fucking idea. But they were time traveling. Somalians actually. Goobacks. That's what they called them in South Park.
Oh, okay. Hey, did you?
No, you say the whole thing like a Tribe Called Quest. A pimp named Slickback.
Did you know that the Polish are actually famous inventors?
Famous what?
Inventors. Yeah, they invented the toilet seat. It wasn't until later on that the Germans came by that they perfected it by putting a hole in it.
According to a according to some of our
God damn it, Ed. Oh, that's funny
fucked
shit.
up, Ed.
That's
That's fucked up, but that is funnier as shit, man.
according to some of our favorite diaper head wearing delinquents,
Oh my god!
they don't
You
believe
mean
in
Elon?
people- They don't.
No, not
believe-
Elon. That's what the fuck is
Elon.
They don't believe
Yeah.
in people using toilet paper.
it? Well, no, because
They eat with one hand and wipe
Wipe with the
themselves
other.
with the other.
dudes.
Just be
this-
sure to never shake the left hand a Muslim.
Oh,
Because you're-
never. Well, actually, it's an insult. If they shake your hand with their left hand, that's an insult. You're
Yeah.
unclean.
It's because that's the hand they use to fucking wipe their ass with.
Exactly, and you do not eat with that. That's why they cut off the right hand if they're thieves in that law. They have to eat with the hand that they wipe their ass with. Now, this is
Yeah.
another thing that was really kind of weird, and I don't know what happened to him. I haven't seen him in a while. We had a funny hat wearing guy from Africa. I don't know if he was Nigerian or what he was.
Go over here.
But he was very Muslim, and he would get a cup from the water station and fill it in the bathroom and go into the stall because he was washing his ass. So if you guys saw, well, they wash your ass after they do their thing. But what he there was a bunch of guys in the shop that were like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Well, he's got a cleaner ass than you do, you dumbass. You got pink eye all the time. You know what your problem is? You don't wash your fucking hands when you shit.
Wash your fucking hands.
Wash your fucking hands. And the dude that was so just losing his mind about it, he was a fucking Marine, of course.
Just fucking praying he'll be fine.
God damn it, man. That motherfucker. He got his ass fired. Well, he got his ass fired because he got in a fight with a tranny that we had hired. A fucking furry tranny, by the way. And a brony at the same time. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
A furry brony. That is a.
Oh God, we're getting invaded by a bunch of chicks.
Basically a frony.
Huh?
Get them in here. Get them in here. We need more chicks.
We call these
Okay,
people.
Kitten has Discord. Hey, Kitten, want to come?
Hey, Crystal Kitten.
Whoa, hey now.
I'll bet you she does.
With this group of guy, Crystal Kitten will not come.
Whoa!
Love you, Crystal. Good to see you out there.
Oh, God. She will come. I mean, heck, I came.
I'll bet you she will.
Well, Callie Ford is a part of the panel, and well, she is also a female, and well, the only person that's known that knows a female anatomy better is another female.
That's right. That's right.
I have balls up here. You all got balls down there. That's how I got
Oh my God.
I love you.
Oh, it's so good. Crystal, we need to get you in here. We need another female because I'm pretty sure Callie Ford is tired of this sausage fest that's going on. It's literally the
that you guys use. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Kitten.
What'd you say, Callie?
And she said she cannot go on panel because it used too much data.
Okay. Well, she's still one of us, so don't worry about it.
It's all good, but we're literally doing the reverse meme of the little petite white girl on the couch surrounded by the black men. We're doing the reverse thing to Callie Ford here tonight.
Dude, shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
I'm just cracking jokes here because things are a little serious and whatnot, but I'm just trying to break the fucking ice here. I love Crystal and I love Callie.
Whip. Whoops. So make me crack that whip.
Oh fuck. You're done.
Hey, I might like it, Callie.
Callie, say that and
yes.
people go.
Wow. Perfect timing.
That is the coolest squirrel.
Somebody went wow when I did that. Who was that that went wow?
I'm sorry. I'll shut up for the foreseeable 20 minutes because
now watch as they again show up to your house and then immediately drive away like they have been doing to her. That's fucked up.
Well.
All right, let's get back to it.
Yes, back to the main story here tonight.
But again, don't forget, entry without inspection can still put you in several other containers. The next entry status you can have is paroled into the United States. This is where things start to get interesting. Paroled means that you have the permission to be here right now in the United States, but you actually weren't admitted. Section 8 U.S. Code 1152-5A.
Oh, cool.
Was
Nah,
that?
Fuck that game.
I'm for goddamn second.
Was that Rage?
No.
All these motherfuckers
was,
on this motherfucking
was it
plane.
World of Warships?
Oh God.
As the Secretary of Homeland Security may in his discretion parole temporarily under such conditions as he may prescribe only on a case-by-case basis for urgent humanitarian reasons or significant public benefit any alien applicant for admission, but parole shall not be regarded as an admission, and when the purposes of such parole have been served, the alien shall return to the custody from which he was paroled and be dealt with in the same manner as any other applicant for admission. What the heck does that mean? In a general sense,
that's pretty easy to understand.
All right, R-Man. You take it easy, buddy.
Yep, be good, man.
That's safe.
All right, bros.
This means that you can be let out into the United States in the same way that a prisoner is let out on parole after serving a sentence. As with the terms of criminal parole, the terms of an immigration parole have specific conditions that are subject to you and your circumstances, such as how far you can go from the detention center, or when you have to report back, or any other terms that the immigration system may decide for you. Now, here's where this gets really sticky and brings us...
Yeah, they're stinky,
At first, I
man.
thought you
Don't
were
ever
going
fuck a
to
goat.
go into, and that's how many votes you can give, not goat fuckery.
No.
This is the problem with the census. Is the reason they flood everything is because everybody, not everybody is counted in the census, whether they're legal or not. That's a problem.
Yeah, they do it here every 10 years. Yeah, Dad was going around doing census.
Motherfuckers.
Okay.
Back to our what kind of alien question. As the code says, parole is supposed to be for urgent humanitarian reasons or significant public benefit. In reality, urgent humanitarian reasons has turned into a snafu almost of its own making through what we call the asylum system. Now, on its face, the asylum system works almost exactly the same as the refugee system. In fact, to determine whether or not you can be granted asylum, the immigration code uses the exact same language as refugees. I'm not kidding. They don't even reprint it into its own section of the code. Any person seeking asylum needs to show a well-founded fear of persecution. The main difference between asylum and refugee is that refugee typically happens outside of the United States, while asylum typically happens inside of the United States. And I gotta say, the asylum system has so many loopholes and what have yous and takes up so many resources that it makes the refugees look like American heroes. There is good argument to say that we might just be better off getting rid of the asylum system, or at least significantly restricting it. Perhaps that sounds a little bit extreme, but this is a mess. Here's how this works. Asylum allows anyone physically present in the United States to apply for asylum, even if they have no other legal status, and even if they entered without inspection. You heard that right. You can just show up at the doorstep of the United States and try to claim asylum. Now, I want to be clear. Just because you can do that doesn't mean that everybody who comes here is getting asylum. But it does mean that if you don't at least attempt to claim asylum and you just arrive on our doorstep unannounced, you will almost certainly and absolutely be turned around and sent back to where you came from. So obviously this creates a perverse incentive to apply for asylum, even if you're not really legally entitled to it. And from here, you can begin to see the problem. We have to examine each and every asylum claim effectively on its own merits, and well, the amount of asylum claims we grant each year hasn't really gone up. The number of applications for asylum has, significantly. This is not some Fox News talking point. This is just data from the Department of Justice. Now, while asylum status is subject to statutory bars and deadlines, all of these terms and conditions and deadlines are somewhat arbitrary and don't exactly line up with the way that we actually enforce and practice law here in America. For example, if you came here illegally and without inspection, who's to determine whether or not you made your asylum claim within 1 year of arrival? Or perhaps you filed for asylum previously and were denied, but you did it under a different name. People often don't realize how common it is in other countries to have 4 or 5 or 6 or more names. What can happen is you can have somebody who applied for asylum previously under a few of those names and were denied and just left the other ones off the document. Then they can be denied and come back and apply for again under their other names. And granted, that's fraud, but my point is, who's there to take count of it? Assessing each individual case of asylum requires a mountain of individual paperwork to be gone through by our federal officials. That's not me dunking on other people or cultures or people with 8 names. It's just the thing we have to do when we enforce our own laws. As a result...
Yeah, the asylum system is fuckered up. Also, Callie wants some chibi.
Callie wants a what?
Chibi. She wants chibi.
She would not ask for the chibi if she knew what I know and what you know, Outlaw, about the chibis. Uncle Creepy.
I thought he was going to say something like the cost of them.
Uncle Creepy, man. The Canadian transvestite guy.
Oh, God.
I don't know who that is, and I don't want to.
The chibi was a 35-year-old woman that had never gotten laid and was sexually frustrated, but she looked like a child, so she couldn't get laid.
Oh, no.
That was fucking hilarious. Yeah. It was the best webcomic I've ever seen in my life.
Damn. Yeah, I managed to get to the mute button in time before you all hear the sneeze. All right, moving on.
Well, in practice, where it actually matters, the asylum system can become a nightmare of legal enforcement issues, removal pipelines, and other law enforcement actions that can all be happening at the exact same time. And there is no denying that this takes up a significant amount of federal resources. So sometimes people that apply for asylum are denied and removed. Sometimes they are detained at a detention center until the outcome is determined. And sometimes they are paroled while they await the outcome. And again, well, each individual parolee has specific terms that are a condition of their parole. People don't always follow the rules. Let's bring...
You don't say. They don't follow the rules?
No, that can't be.
Imagine that. People not following the rules. Imagine my show.
Oh no, how terrible. That's just awful. How terrible. Oh no.
I love him.
So
terrible.
Oh no. Yeah, didn't you guys say that he was like divorced again or something? Divorced?
He got divorced, yes.
Yeah, he got divorced.
He's still raising his kids with Sue, so don't worry about it.
Well, I wasn't worried about it. I just, sad to hear it.
Yep.
This back to ICE. Are you starting to see why this is so complex? Yes, ICE is the law enforcement agency tasked with enforcement and removal of people who are here in violation of the immigration code. And yes, any illegal immigrant is any non-citizen who is here in the US without the legal permission our laws require. But also, yes, it's kind of nuanced. And by kind of I mean, it's really complicated. And when there are an estimated 8 to 10 million completely unauthorized aliens in the country, plus another 4 to 6 million who may possibly have some kind of removal protection, you're not just going to wave a magic wand over this thing and make it all be pretty and nice. So with all of that understanding, let's jump into a few more questions that are some of the most common questions and debates we're seeing online about ICE right now. So hopefully nobody else gets shot. Wish I was joking. Are peaceful immigrants committing a crime? I've heard it said online that illegal immigration is not a crime, or that there's a myth to illegal immigration.
Being in this country as an undocumented immigrant isn't actually a criminal charge. It's a civil offense.
This sounds like the skateboarding is not a crime argument, but I can assure you They are not the same thing, Tony Hawk.
This is a picture of Tony Hawk high-fiving Adolf Hitler.
Most of the time, people say that illegal immigration is not a crime because they are referring to the way that the violations get treated and processed. They say this because most of the time, the violations are treated through civil process, not through criminal process. But the reason for this isn't because violating our immigration...
It's still a crime.
Immigration code under any and all circumstances is not a crime. That's not a myth. It's simply because it's cheaper and easier to remove people under the civil process than it is to penalize them under the criminal process. And there are several reasons for this, but I'll give you an example. The classic entered without admission alien, no other legal status. Title 8 U.S. Code 1325 has this to say about that. Any alien who enters or attempts to enter the United States at any time or place other than as designated by immigration officers shall, for the first commission of any such offense, be fined under Title 18 or imprisoned not more than 6 months or both. Gee, fined or imprisoned under Title 18, that kind of sounds like a crime. What is Title 18? Let's just run a quick Google search here. What is Title 18 of the U.S. Code? Oh, look, it's got an AI overview. Title 18 of the U.S. Code is the primary federal criminal code, known as the Crimes and Criminal Procedure, essentially serving as the federal government's penal code.
We have got to the point where literally...
Surprise, surprise.
I thought that was going to be that frog thing.
Commercial pop
The frog thing?
That moment.
Yeah, looking for sex. You know, the oh God.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you just have to watch fucking Replicate Fish. You'll see it.
Okay.
It's hilarious as hell.
Whoa!
At the time.
But this is exactly my point. Summarizing things on TikTok or Twitter or YouTube Shorts doesn't exactly give you the whole picture, does it? Now, don't get me wrong. There are obviously going to be some violations of the immigration code that aren't also criminal violations. But overall, the big ones, entry without inspection, those are crimes. You enter without inspection once, it's a misdemeanor. You enter without inspection twice, it's a felony. You can be criminally prosecuted for those things. We just choose not to do it because it's easier to kick you out. Okay, but on that note, it's only a misdemeanor, and everybody knows that misdemeanors aren't really crimes, are they? Okay, first of all, no, misdemeanors are crimes. And second of all, no, there's plenty of felonies you can commit by violating the immigration code. I'll give you an example. I don't even have to leave section 1325 of the Title 8 of the U.S. Immigration Code. Here's what it says. Any individual who knowingly enters into a marriage for the purposes of evading any provision of the immigration laws shall be imprisoned for not more than 5 years or fined not more than $250,000 or both. If they didn't get...
Oh, did I not cough that clear enough? Ilhan Omar?
Brother fucker.
Ew.
Yep. Well, she facilitated it to get her brother in here, but
right.
Yeah,
she
should
go fuck
be,
yourself, Uncle Fucker.
She was complicit, dude.
Where the hell is that song? We got to get that up here.
What's that?
Shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker.
Yeah,
No,
shut your
Kelly,
fucking
no.
face, Uncle Fucker.
That's South Park.
That's South Park.
You're
Yeah.
Uncle Fucker. You fuck your uncle.
My mom used to sing that after she saw that movie. It was funny as fuck. My mom
you were telling us
she was
about that
50
last
years
night.
old at that point.
Seeing the
like,
grandma
Mom.
go, shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
God, it was
Get
funny.
married for love, that's a felony. We need to dispense with the misconception that violating the immigration code is not a crime. The other reason why we typically process things through the civil process rather than through the criminal process is because civil procedure requires less due process. And this brings up the next question. Are people being deported without due process? This comes up all the time. Naturally, if you're going to punish somebody for a crime related to a violation of the immigration code, then the Fifth Amendment due process rights, which say that no person shall be deprived without life, liberty, or property without due process of law, are going to be more stringent than if you process them through civil procedure. The reason for that is because civil procedure in terms of the scales of justice, takes away less of your life, liberty, and property than a crime does. But this is why the burden of proof is the highest for crimes, beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yep. So it actually makes it easier for them to stay under the civilian court or the civil process.
Well, that sucks.
So that explains why they use that so often.
Yeah,
But also, like you
Easiest route.
said, that if they had if they're using the criminal process, the backlog would be too big for it to handle.
Well, we're
I
already.
do remember that during the Biden era, they're saying that the people who were getting like summons to see their immigration judge, their court dates were 10 years out.
Oh, that's insane.
So you could just sit
not
here
like
and
they did.
go.
Well, and they didn't have enough judges. That was always the excuse, and it's bullshit.
So basically, they just sit around for 10 years while waiting for the court date?
Yeah,
Right.
get the fuck
Sucking off
They
the
would have
welfare
permission to
kit.
be here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I mean,
Because there's no I didn't hear any time constraints from things like that from Jake. I would assume that there are, but yeah, that seems a little outlandish that just because of a backlog of cases, you have to stay here 10 years as an inspected or permitted person, and then you finally get to see your immigration judge who determines if you get to stay or go.
Right.
but like all this stuff with the people coming over, if you just simply cut the benefits, it would just stop the flow of these people coming over.
Some of it.
Well, and it's just like, I would like to see something like that be put in place to stem the flow of all this silliness. You know, like everybody losing their health care, never mentioned the fact whether or not they were Americans or not. You know,
Well, that's not going to matter, especially to some of these Somali leering centers, because they're making so much money off of it. They don't need any help from the government. They're already stealing.
Well, I mean, it's just like, okay, we know that they're doing that, but nothing is being done to stop it. You know,
or at least nothing that is observable that we could either see in our lives or in the media.
Well, and that's the only hope I would really have in those situations, and that's partly why I just don't like to pay attention to what the hell is going on.
Phoenix, you've got a really good metaphor right here. Can't fix the plumbing until you shut the water off.
Yep.
It's a good one.
Speaking of plumbing, though, I got to make sure I keep my plunger handy. Anyway, that's right.
Okay, TMI. Thank you very much.
And it's lesser for civil violations. So it's not that people are being denied due process. It's just that when they go through the civil system, there's an actual sliding scale of how much process they are given. Civil procedure still requires due process, but it is fair to say that it requires less than criminal procedure. In fact, there is a perfect example of this even within asylum claims, a credible fear screening. What we're going to do from here is you're going to have an interview with a USCIS officer. If you pass that interview, then you can actually make your application for asylum, but you can't do it until you jump through that hoop. And this is the way that we balance due process with the overall justice system. And just for those of you who are wondering, about 68% of people pass credible fear screenings. It's pretty high. And yes, if you are a random person.
Yeah, that seems to be a little high.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
I think he's
person who just.
Oh, go ahead, Kelly.
No, how do these people? Oh, go ahead.
They came in here because Spanish news media tell them that if you come to the United States, you will get benefits, and the taxpayers will pay for it.
Their own media is encouraging people to illegally come here.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's why. You beat me to it. That's what I was fixing to say. How do these people normally vote once they get in here?
Vote for their benefit. That's what they do.
Yes, and that's what they always do. And the people who use them, they know this.
Yep.
Be right back.
All right.
They're used for their voting power at local.
And representation.
Yeah, at the local level, and then it goes higher.
Yep.
All right, let's continue.
Shows up at our doorstep and claims asylum, that is going to give you less credence when it comes to due process than somebody who was legally admitted through a designated port of entry into the country. Any other country on earth would do that. That's not a denial of due process. That's just how much process do you get? Let's move on. Can ICE wear masks and hide their identity?
No law enforcement professional wears a mask. None.
Right. So there's not just one simple rule here that says all federal agents can wear masks or no federal agents can wear masks. And it appears to be that the sheriff of Philadelphia County is also confused by that. I don't know. 4 years ago, they were screaming, put them on. Now they're screaming, take them off. Here we are. So here's how this works. Yes, in certain situations, certain agencies allow it. And the overall question of whether officers can wear masks isn't really a legal question at all. It's a policy question that's done at the department level. I'll put it to you this way. When that incident happened in Minneapolis, that officer was doxxed the same day and his name is now everywhere. Masks didn't help at all. On top of that, and you can fight me on this, but I'm going to assume.
And also that agent had to flee his own home.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the one that they reported where he lived?
Yep. His family and they are all under federal protection.
That's insane, dude. And I think it was a female that exposed it, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, they fucking nailed
What
her.
happens if somebody does that and the other person decides I'm not running and decides to put up a gun nest and take care of business? You know?
You can't because there's too many crazies, man. I mean, that's like a zombie invasion, and you're all by yourself trying to take them all out.
We got more comments here from Phoenix. Oh, go ahead, Kelly.
Yeah, they do that here because, so last month, this lady's passing out flyers in English and Spanish saying that if you see eyes, call this number. And I told her in plain English, these are federal agents, stop doxing them.
Actually, what you should do is call a number and report it in a remote location.
Yeah,
seriously.
I've heard of people doing that too. So you would be helping the cause too, you know?
Yep, they're
like
like,
Big
they're
South
way over here.
I like Phoenix's comment here. They should be seeking safe harbor in the nearest safest country.
Mm-hmm.
We are not the nearest safest country.
Nope. That means the next country from their location.
Yep. Their border, or what is it? Whoever borders their country.
Whatever border it may be.
That's what I'm saying. You have a problem here. If your government is incentivizing them to come over here, well, to take Phoenix's analogy and add upon it, you've got a crack or some leaks in the pipes causing all that water to drip out, even with the faucet turned off.
Yeah, Arman, you're right. SWAT wears face masks all the time.
So you can
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, you can stop the leak. I mean, you can turn the faucet off all you want to, but if your government is incentivizing it, that means you've got problems in the plumbing on down the line that needs to be addressed.
Yeah, so we have like crazy ladies following ICE agents in the car because the other day I was at a food bank, and this lady, she had a bullhorn, and the ICE agent was, I guess it was probably his day off, like getting away from her. And this lady said in Spanish, "Oh, ICE is here, and if you see them, just report it." And one of the guys that spoke like little English, he said, "That lady's crazy." I mean, like we have like a lot of crazy ladies following ICE around. They take pictures of them. They put it on flyers and they dox them.
Well, and they're
They
all
don't-
angry white chicks too.
So what's the solution to this?
Actually, no, they're Hispanic chicks.
Well, there's a lot of those too.
A solution is unfortunately going to be an example is going to have to be set, which means some poor federal agent and maybe their family has bad things happen to them because some Twitter libtard doxed their address online.
The solution,
and then they become held accountable as an accessory to whatever happened to the family.
Well, it's a federal offense, Sean, for them to post where any kind of federal worker like that lives. I want to say it's a felony. I can't remember, but I know that they nailed that chick that done that shit.
Well, it's just like it would be nice to know, like, there's repercussions to these actions that these people are doing, but it just seems like everything is just so slow or it doesn't happen that people just don't have any hope that anything is working in the system.
Okay, so I looked it up. Posting the home address of a federal agent is generally not illegal if done for informational purposes, but it becomes a serious federal crime, parentheses doxing, if one does it with the intent to threaten, intimidate, or facilitate harassment.
And that's what she did.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
wouldn't the smart thing to do be to not let it be doxed?
I don't know where they're getting the access or getting the information from, though.
Yeah, that is worrisome.
Because that's PII, and PII is typically one of the better secured information. It's not classified, but it's probably an internal source at ICE.
Yeah. Or somewhere in the government for sure. You have to have access to that somehow in the government.
Yeah, and we know the government is made up of activists on all sides.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, good Lord, yeah.
Well, I think the overarching goal of what I'm trying to say is that I just want people to be held accountable.
Oh, yeah.
We all do.
Yeah.
And
waiting.
just simply held there. You know, they don't have any judges for prosecuting these things, but like, God forbid we actually do something to defend ourselves, we'll be thrown in jail and forgotten about.
Yeah.
All right. So
I'm sorry, ranting.
It's all good. I'm going to put something in the private chat that the panel can look at.
Okay.
Do not put this up on YouTube.
I'm gonna
do not. Do not.
No, outlaw. No.
No, this is the explanation of the chibi.
Oh.
I don't see it. Oh, there it is.
It just went up.
That the Department of Homeland Security knows a little bit more about this information than you do. There have been credible bounties put out by Mexican drug cartels for assaulting or even killing ICE officers. Now, that kind of stuff isn't online Twitter fighting. That's real world, real life dangerous.
Ugh. That is one painful part about this, is that he put a lot of ads on it, but at least they are skippable.
Well,
thankfully.
you know, all that could end if you stop putting the FBI's information on there.
Fighting. That's real world, real life dangerous. So in this case, DHS must balance the issue of keeping officers and their families safe and balancing the public trust. Now, does putting every officer in a mask help increase public trust? No, it doesn't. But also having their faces with how much facial recognition technology is out there now is also incredibly dangerous. And honestly, there could be an entire video just on this topic, but for the purposes of the basic question, can ICE wear masks? The answer is just yes. Does ICE have immunity from prosecution? So by default, no. Officers don't just get a magic wand that they can wave around and make them immune from prosecution for committing a crime. That's not how any form of law enforcement has worked, much less immigration enforcement. But this is where distinction and nuance matters. If somebody physically interferes or tries to assault an officer or harm an officer in any way, and that officer turns and defends themselves from that person, that is going to be something that they're not going to be prosecuted for because they're lawfully doing their job. That is not some special exception for ICE. This happens both with federal law enforcement and with local law enforcement and state law enforcement and any law enforcement. That said, the on-the-ground reality of how law enforcement is done comes down to a variety of factors. And anytime you get human beings doing anything, human beings can and do make mistakes. That goes for officers and...
As in evil hairless monkeys?
Mistakes and poor choices and choices to be a criminal are not all the same.
Yeah.
What?
Civilians, but it doesn't also mean that mistakes are the same as active criminality. The bottom line is that officers are sometimes forced to make ambiguous use of force or other enforcement decisions in split-second moments that, when you actually get down to it, can have an infinite level of nuance. And that's kind of why we fight about it so much. If you want a free education in this area, go watch Donut Operator. Now, I say all that to end with this. That doesn't mean that officers are immune from prosecution if they're just out there committing direct crimes. But it also doesn't mean they're committing a crime just because you don't agree with them. And it definitely doesn't mean that the ultimate decider of fact is the court of public opinion. Can you follow ICE and record them? This is important because it's happening a lot right now. As a general rule, following and recording...
He's going to get into it. The big answer is it depends.
If you're on a sidewalk, right? If you're on a sidewalk on a public property recording, yes, but you cannot follow them in your vehicle, point to point, recording them the whole time. That is totally different.
Because now you are an interference, and that's where people get hemmed up, and the difference between being able to record ICE or not record ICE.
And that's what Renee and her cunt liquor were both doing. They were following them around all everywhere they were going.
Well, she blocked off the street in order to stop their convoy.
Yes.
Which she committed a crime doing that.
She committed a federal and state crime.
Yep.
ICE is the same with any other form of law enforcement. You are allowed to stand in a public place and film officers who are also in a public place so long as you are legally allowed to be where you are standing. Courts have long upheld this as a First Amendment right, though it is sometimes restricted by time, place, and manner restrictions. However, and I mean this as a huge however, following ICE and recording them is also where people seem to constantly be getting into trouble. So let's be clear about this. Following and recording is one thing. Tailgating, interfering, blocking, and obstructing is entirely different. Physically inserting yourself into a lawful operation is not the same thing. And that can become a felony very quickly, according to Title 18 of the U.S. Code, Section 111. That makes it a crime to forcibly assault.
And Title 18 is what?
Whoa, this
the
is
Federal Penal Code.
Yes, this is exact same thing that I said and Battle Dwarf said. But I've got a problem with him saying becoming, because the moment you interfere, you are flat out breaking the law. Period.
It's not a gray area anymore.
No, there is no gray area. No.
Resist, oppose, impede, intimidate, or interfere with any protected officer of the United States while they are engaged in or on account of the performance of official duties. So as a general rule, yes, you can film, but stay back and stay peaceful. As another general rule, the closer you get to the actual incident and the more aggressive you become, the more likely it is that someone is going to get confused or take what you're doing as a sign of interference. As a result, the more likely it is that you'll be arrested because you might not entirely understand what's happening in the situation. And while even accidentally getting in the way might not actually get you into legal trouble in the long run, you still might be detained for quite some time, and there might be questions that arise as to your intent, especially if you were known to have been following and recording beforehand. Can states or even cities resist ICE enforcement?
I've issued a warning order to prepare the Minnesota National Guard.
Again, it's kind of a kinda.
And these National Guard troops are our National Guard troops.
So, first and foremost, the Constitution has what's known as the Supremacy Clause, which makes it the supreme law of the land, whether you like it or not. And it was the Civil War that settled that question once and for all. Not happy about that? Neither is the South. Anyway, the federal government generally has the authority when push comes to shove. And that's not me arguing.
No, what he means. What he means is it's the Democrats that got pissed off about that, not the South.
Oh, the Southern Democrats.
We need to do a breakdown on Abraham Lincoln with Razor
Jimmy
Fist.
will love that.
Yeah,
with Razor Fist.
Yes.
Oh my God, his breakdown is fucking awesome.
Yes.
It's long.
It's 2 episodes.
Yep.
Yes, clarify, buddy, because those were known as Dixiecrats, and they were not the Republicans.
No.
Nope.
And
They were Southern Democrats.
And what's funny is after that, we became more Republican than anything.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Not wrong.
In favor of it, it's just telling you the way that it is. Now, when it comes to law enforcement and ICE enforcement, states and cities can choose whether or not they want to participate alongside the federal agency. So they can choose to help, but they cannot choose to obstruct. This follows a more broader theme in America.
That's what I meant by the kinda. They don't have to play along with them, but they can't be an obstruction to their operation.
That's what that U.S. Code 18111 is talking about. The moment that you interfere in any way, you are in a felony. You are a felon. You're creating.
You are done.
I can't speak. You are a felon. My fucking God, I can't speak.
Law, which basically says that the federal government cannot force states or cities to participate with their local resources in a federal action. But it also says that they can't get in the way. Think about it this way. You can refuse to give your neighbor a ride to the airport if they want one. What you couldn't do is then walk over to their car and slash their tires. That would not be okay. Same thing here. Can you resist ICE enforcement? I've heard it said online that you can legally resist an officer if you know that their commands are unlawful. Well, this
bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even if you get arrested for something that obviously you didn't do and have full faith that you're innocent, that's the court's decision to make, not yours.
You don't resist. You just comply.
Okay, so if you are recording everything, I highly recommend you don't resist.
No.
If it's questionable, I'm going to leave that decision up to you.
Right. But don't resist. Let the court process work.
Yeah.
And by the way, you're likely going to get sprung by an attorney immediately.
If it's provable, Tommy, that the cop fucked up, they'll pick you right up.
Right.
Because they want that money.
Yep. But at the same time, if you're fucking wrong, you're fucking wrong. And that's where the law has to come into play. Now, what we're dealing with in this time and age is a problem with a bunch of fucking activist idiots that are trying to pervert justice. And they're doing a goddamn good job of it.
Yeah.
So we have to remember that too. But there's an avenue to correct that also. It's called get rid of them.
You're not wrong.
Vote them out, impeach them, do whatever you got to do. It's a long process, but we got to follow the process.
Mm-hmm. It's not a perfect system, but you know what?
It's not.
Name me a better one.
Right, exactly.
Utopia.
I deal with it all the time at work, guys. There's a process for building airplane parts. We have
Here, you guys go on for a
specifications.
little bit. Roxy needs to go
We'll
do a
take
potty
her
break.
out and I'll fucking go wax stupid. But no, there's a real issue with this in the world today that most people don't understand or won't accept, that there is a process, there's a specification we have to follow to do all of these things. It works in automotive too. It's just not as tightly controlled as it is in aviation.
Automotive is a joke. I can just tell you that right now.
It is. It is a fucking joke. Jimmy, well, he'll give us all day long about diesel bullshit. Fuck yeah, it's stupid. When you get into aviation, you're talking about 200-300 people in the air traveling at 200 miles an hour plus. When you lawn dart that, you got 200 fucking plus people dead.
Or more.
There's a problem.
Depending on where it lands or more.
Right. Well, whoever's in the plane's dead.
Oh, yeah.
That's never going to be questioned.
Yeah.
Now, whether it takes out a fucking city block because it was right next to the airport, that's a different story.
Right.
So yeah, there's a very specific process for building parts. Engineers have nailed it down to this is the safest possible thing we could build. And it's the production guys' lawful duty, actually, to produce the part per the engineering specifications. Whether the engineer was correct or not is not the question. If you follow the engineering and you built it to that specification, you've done everything possible to make it safe, right? This is where everybody loses their shit. So to move on from that a little bit and up the grade here. So the lawn darting incidents of the 737 MAX in Ethiopia and Lion Air in India, I think it was. I don't remember exactly, but the two that the fucking crashed because of the autopilot override system thing.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
The software was outsourced to a company that have never should have even been involved in the writing of the software. That was in Hyderabad, India. Trust me, I know them guys way too well. And you cannot trust them fuckers. It's not because they're bad programmers. It's because they don't have a fucking clue of what they're doing.
Well, when your IQ is 68, Tommy, I mean, what do you
We're
expect?
not talking about Somalia. We're talking about India.
They're not all that high of an IQ either.
No, they're not. They're not. But they offshored that shit because it was cheaper to pay some little dude that used to wash his ass in the fucking river, and he was the same drinking water. No, he did. He washed his ass in the same river that he got his drinking water from.
Likely, yeah.
And of course he was also fucking his sister. But we don't need to talk about that, Alabama. Anyway.
Whoa.
Hey, I resemble that mark too, damn it.
Whoa.
This is the problem with all of it though, is you can't offshore control of safety things.
Right.
You also don't take away a goddamn knife that lets you do your job.
Well, I got a question on that outsourcing. So my question is, I can only guess that the reason they outsourced it to India is because they were a hell of a lot cheaper and couldn't make money by doing it in-house.
You see what I'm doing right here? It's all
hang
money.
on.
It's all money.
I'm looking at something else. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So are they? I'm just asking. I mean, were they trying to like
No.
maximize profits, or could they
Yep.
just not actually make money?
What?
No,
what
that
are you
was
sorry
Boeing.
about, bro? What are you sorry about? I
Who's
missed
sorry
something.
about what?
I don't know. Broken
No,
Pine.
no clue.
Who'd we lose?
Callie.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Callie, you're always welcome, dear. By the way, always welcome. I probably broke her mind because she went to that link.
Yeah, I was looking at a few of those.
Oh my God,
it's pretty tame actually.
That's some fucked up shit, though. Well, just get into the Jesus one. That one's even funnier.
Jeez, I'm trying to like stay connected to the conversation, not like watch fucking.
Oh man, you're gonna dig into some serious fucking shit with that comic, man.
No,
That
I'm gonna leave that.
just
I'm gonna leave that
twisted.
shit alone.
that shit'll it'll subvert everything you've ever believed.
So again, it's an American company that was trying to maximize profits, cut corners, is what caused the problem.
Yeah, exactly what it was. They offshored it with the American government's blessing.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah. During that time period, because that program would have been done in the early 2000s. So that was under the Bush and Obama administrations that happened. Oh God, I can get into a lot of shit, guys. Right now, I can't even talk about it because I'm kind of under an NDA. But Emirates is fucking losing their goddamn mind with the 777 Max because it's not been certified yet because Boeing keeps fucking it up.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that like the biggest passenger flying plane ever made?
No. You're thinking the 747 or the 380.
Okay. I thought the 777 was like the biggest ever.
It's the largest still produced.
It's a double decker, right?
No.
Okay, never mind.
No, the 777 is a 4-wide. So you got 2 rows. So you got 4 seats in the center, 3 seats on the out.
That's pretty fucking huge.
It's big. When you talk about a double decker, you're getting into the 380s and the 747s, which actually had 2 fucking tiers in them.
The Hercules.
That's where the hump. Well, the Hercules is different. That's different. Or the Guppy.
It's still impressive because it swallows up like I think you pack it in right. They say that you can put in like a couple of Greyhound buses in there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is that all?
Well,
yeah.
If you guys look at the Galaxy, the Hercules, that son of a bitch can haul 2 Abrams tanks.
Shit.
Those are 65 tons.
They used to come through Road of Spain all the time, and I get to go on them and annoy the pilots by having them sign a bullshit ass paperwork.
Yeah. Yep.
And so like they probably like signed it just to ignore us, like it's not like I was just doing what I was told, That was pretty much my whole strategy, is do what I'm told in there.
Well,
anyway,
yeah, that's all you can do as a individual in your rank.
Oh, she had a blast.
Yeah, the Hercules, the Galaxies. Have you guys ever seen one of those up close?
No.
Holy fuck, man. That plane, both the tail and the nose hinge up. And they drive it right in and out.
What am I coming back to?
What are you laughing
Jimmy
at,
is
Outlaw?
gay, so yeah.
All righty. Let's get back to it because you know what? I thought this was going to take us 4 hours to do. We've only got 5 minutes left, so we actually might get it to 3.
Damn.
In the most abstract legal sense, technically true, it's also one of the dumbest and most dangerous things that I've ever heard people say. Look, if an officer says, hey, take this baseball bat and go beat up grandmother with it, then obviously that's an unlawful order. And God forbid you're ever in that situation. If you are, something's gone seriously wrong.
Something's wrong here.
The dangerous thing here is that
Grandma
often
needed
what
it.
people mean when they say they gave me an unlawful order is that they just simply reject the officer's authority. They don't recognize it, and therefore to them it's unlawful. That's not how unlawful works. That's going to get you killed. If an officer says, put your hands above your head, or get down on the ground, or show me your hands, or stop, these are not unlawful commands. You could refuse consent to be searched. That doesn't mean you won't be searched. You can remain silent. That doesn't mean they won't ask you questions. And you can stand at a safe distance and record. That doesn't mean they might not tell you to please get back. You can ask for an attorney. You can ask if you're free to leave. And you can definitely challenge actions later in court. But you cannot physically resist law enforcement. And you cannot obstruct law enforcement, even if you think they are wrong and you reject their authority. And for those who are still not getting it, attempting to litigate the matter right then and there on the street, turning a legal argument into a physical altercation, is going to end with extra charges, injury, or God forbid somebody dies. Do not do this. And for the record, this is not me telling you to surrender your rights. This is me telling you to use your head and use your rights in a way that is actually useful. All right, last question. Are we just blaming ICE for enforcing the law, or is something else going on here? The bottom line is that if Congress writes the immigration laws and you hate those laws, then you should talk to Congress. But it's also fair to say that the laws which Congress passes involves choices, directives, interpretations, and bureaucratic policy decisions that are outside the hands of any elected official. Who you arrest, how much force is used, and how you process people overall are generally policy decisions that are made inside of the agency at the agency level. And obviously, these choices matter. So it is possible that we are blaming ICE for just merely enforcing the law, but it's also possible that they can be making choices of how they enforce the law, which you disagree with. You can still support immigration enforcement and be critical of how things are done in certain situations. That's not hypocrisy, that's how accountability works. So
that's a good question. Seriously, I don't. Is it?
What do you mean by the question?
In the chat.
Oh,
In the
yeah.
chat.
Yeah, he's the lawyer for Corridor Digital and the Unsub guys.
Okay.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, he does a podcast on Pepperbox. I think Man versus Morning.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have Pepperbox.
Ike, I sent the link to your Discord.
Who?
Oh,
out of respect for Sean's stream, I sent it to your Discord.
Yeah, I prefer not to have
yeah.
On what is it, especially on the YouTube side, because who knows what we're gonna get. Rumble seems to be a lot less risky.
Yeah.
Well, and I pushed the limit last night already, so
hey, you know what? I reviewed everything and YouTube didn't hit us with anything.
I know they didn't, because I didn't get fucking banned.
Well, yeah, your channel didn't. Neither did mine.
Right?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, let's finish this up.
Oh, where do we go from here? Here's the adult answer. Every man's way is right in his own eyes, but the Lord weighs the heart. Proverbs 21:2. If in your heart you've come to believe that America is a hateful place built on slavery and there's nothing good about it, then nothing I've said in this video or the points I've made are going to convince you otherwise. So I won't try. And if in your heart you've already come to the belief that we should just deport them all, regardless of anything, then you've forgotten where we come from and the ideals of America. And at the end of the day, our ideals and the chance to live up to them is all we really have as Americans. Life, liberty, and property, the pursuit of happiness, well-ordered freedom governed by the just rule of law. That's the whole damn thing. Now, in saying that, I'm obviously aware that there are some people who will hear that and laugh and say, those ideals never worked to begin with, and they're definitely dead now. To which my response is, then why are you fighting? You either believe in American ideals or you just want to see the world burn. And if you just want to see the world burn, then you've already proven the point of the other side. In my opinion, the best version of American immigration, the ideal, is a system that's firm enough to be real, and lawful enough to be trusted. And if that is our ideal, and we are but men, then perhaps we shouldn't be too surprised if things don't work out perfectly at every step along the way. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode.
I think that's pretty well said.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and by the way,
I should do this in under 3 hours.
Phoenix, what are you getting at?
Well, we haven't had
based off Cali.
No, I don't think.
Is that what you're saying, Phoenix? No, we did not.
No, that's not what he's saying. He's saying when you put the open link in the chat, it opens the floodgates to retards.
Yes,
Look
it
who
does.
showed up.
All right.
Thoreau.
Yeah, don't let that guy in here. Oh, fuck. You already did it.
Can you hear me?
Where's the hot?
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. The guy that in that video, I'm pretty sure he's not just the lawyer. I'm pretty sure he's like one of the executive producers for Corridor.
Oh,
he might be too, because he's got filmmaking background.
But yeah, he did. The Tiny Guns. I think it's Tiny Guns 3 with it. They have all of the guys from Unsub. It was fucking hilarious. It was funny. There's a scene at the end of it, spoilers, where Donut Operator's dying and he pulls out a picture. He's looking at it. And then that guy is about to kill him, but he's like, "Oh, I've got a picture of my girlfriend in a locket." And then he's like, "Can I see your girl?" And he turns it around and it's a picture of Hitler and he shoots him.
Oh, that one was fucking funny as fuck.
It was great.
Yeah, that World War II one, that was just fucking brutal. No, I did not say that. I did not put that was the Fappening Facility that did it.
Oh, we need some sunflowers in here.
I don't think so. No.
Oh shit! I said it out loud. I made it a physical thing. Fuck.
Oh,
what's
God.
the latest thing that she did?
I told you not to let this guy in here.
Where is Lord Raiden? Where is Lord Raiden when you need him?
Oh, Jesus.
I manifested it. I can text her if you want.
No, God, no.
I'm not gonna do that.
No.
Dude, you will be severely banned forever.
No, I'm pretty sure somebody will burn my house down.
Yeah, it might be me. And I don't even know where you live, but I'll find you.
It's actually not that hard to figure out where I live. I'm pretty sure the outlaw knows.
Tommy doesn't know who you are.
But I will find out.
But he will look for you and find you.
No, it's that line.
That's a lot of
from,
cabooses that are going to get burned down for him trying to find them.
What's that line from Taken?
Oh,
I don't know who you are.
Yeah, I don't know who you are, but I'm going to kill you.
Phoenix, it ain't my stream. I didn't put it on there.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna be right back. Okay.
All
right.
You know what? I don't think you're wrong, Phoenix.
He is, because I didn't put that on there.
But
I'm
three of
pretty sure
us,
I
if
know
we
who done
type
that.
into the chat thing, we'll post as Fappening Facility and not our independent channels.
Yep. That's what's going on there, guys. We're all a bunch of fucking evil, hairless monkeys.
So how'd you guys
Are we
think, or
evil,
what'd you guys
or-
think of the video? Think you got some good info out of it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, it's all shit I already knew, but yeah. It reinforces the law because this guy knows what the fuck he's talking about because he's a lawyer. You know?
Well, a lot of this is common sense.
It is.
If you stay out of their way, you legally, peacefully protest away from them, not rioting, and certainly not with weapons, firearms in particular.
Yep.
You should be okay.
Yep.
If you want to state your piece and nothing wrong with that.
No, there's not a goddamn thing wrong with that. In fact, it's encouraged.
The doofus that got sent to the afterlife just yesterday with ICE. Yeah, like he was rioting. He was breaking the law with a firearm, and they were trying to arrest him, and he resisted.
All right.
I love it. I love it that Outlaw's getting my fucking. I did it.
I
All right,
didn't
guys.
write it,
Oh,
Phoenix.
it was him.
It really wasn't me.
I'm the rabble rouser. Outlaw is not. That guy's about as milk toast as you can get.
Yes. Woo.
He's like the Tim Pool of MGTOW. I'm telling you, man.
God.
Oh God. Well, they do stream nearly every day.
He does, just like MGTOW, or just like Tim Pool does.
If I wanted to be aggressive, I could.
Yeah, but then you'd get spanked, and you don't like to be spanked. I know you.
I got you.
Spanked.
He already got spanked. YouTube already spanked his PP. So
I know. That's what I'm talking about. He doesn't like it.
It did spank my PP, and I'm still not recovered from it.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it hard to take a piss?
Sometimes.
It is hard to take a piss. It is hard to take a piss on YouTube with my PP spanked. It is kind of hard to take a PP on
Love
YouTube.
you all. Salute to each one of y'all.
who the heck
Soldier
is this?
Soldier Girl.
Jesus Christ!
Oh
Who
shit!
let
Who the hell
Soldier Girl in here?
Who the hell let Ike in here? What the fuck?
God damn it, Ike! I told you guys not to let Ike in here.
At least it's not sunflowers.
Yeah,
That's
thank God.
true.
She can't even break an egg with her tits.
Oh God!
I can't take a piss on YouTube for my PP slap now, so I don't. I don't know.
You're all terrible. You're all terrible.
Fuck
Oh,
YouTube.
yes, we are.
Fuck YouTube.
Yeah.
All you motherfuckers need Jesus.
Ow! Ow!
Oh,
Amen,
I'll
we
give you
do.
Jesus.
Okay, so
I'll give you 8 pounds, 5 ounces, baby Jesus.
Is Jesus the name of your dildo?
I'm making him Ghost Rider. That is so sacrilegious, man.
You're 8 ounce, 5 pound baby Jesus.
Oh God.
Oh
man.
I apologize because this is my fault for Ike and Soldier Girl being
100%.
It's your fault.
But
It's always
I still love them both.
No,
It's
Jimmy,
always your
actually-
fault, Jimmy.
No, Jimmy,
Yeah,
Jimmy,
just
Jimmy,
blame me.
We love you, Bones.
No, Jimmy, it's my fault because I gave all the StreamYard link.
No, let me get. No, I texted Soldier Girl because I was like, well, you know what? I'm thinking about her and send her some love and whatnot. And then next thing you know, she calls me like, oh, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, just hanging out with the boys on the stream. And they're like, oh, can we get involved? I'm like,
Jesus.
oh,
Christ, Jackal.
Oh man, Jackal.
Play.
What's happened here is
Damn, Jackal.
Wanna play?
What's
Let's
happened
play.
here? He's been hanging around with Chaos for too long.
Oh, sweet tea. Oh,
He's been hanging out with Chaos.
Shit,
too long.
somebody's supposed to make sweet tea. That's
Oh my God, that's
So
nasty.
really gross.
Reminds me of a joke.
Yeah, it's gonna taste great in your mouth, isn't it?
The funny thing is, while I was on the phone with Soldier Girl, she said, we'll jump in and we'll promise not to derail the stream and whatnot. Well,
oh bullshit.
What happened was I'm sorry. I'll stop, I promise.
God, and Phoenix is piling on.
Dear God.
Oh God.
No, he's been hanging around Chaos too long. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
It's okay, ladies and gentlemen that are just now joining the streams or have watched the stream in the future. We have fun around here because, well, you have to have fun when the world around you is in chaos.
Well, and I'm thinking
gotta
we
stay
need
away
to
from
kill
cunts.
YouTube. We
So
need to
this-
kill
so-
YouTube, guys.
So this explains why Outlaw Sweet Tea tastes like copper.
Oh, and iron.
No.
Copper.
Penny's burning. Not like pennies burning.
Sean, I'm in agreement with Tommy there. The YouTube
Kill
side
YouTube, man,
may
now.
or may not have
Something's
to.
wrong with that downstairs.
Just
Yeah,
saying.
You're gonna have to kill it. You're gonna have to kill YouTube.
Yeah, kill YouTube, man. It's done.
It's already. Well,
That's a burnt pennies down there.
Oh
no! Stop! No, we're off that train now.
Okay, sorry. My bad.
God.
Maybe I'm a soldier. That's how I talk.
If you all want to join us
My
at
bad.
Rumble, look at the Beat Gazer box. Also notice the description. And the link to the Rumble side will be there. So we will see you on the other side. And just shenanigans are going to happen. We all know it.